Hey everybody, welcome to another Thankful Thursday. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. It's been a week. But I'll tell you, I'm getting some lovely videos from my friends across the pond of gardens and nature walks and all manner of things. So I love you guys for doing that. I can't I can't say it enough. You have inspired me to start a garden. You have inspired me to be more aware. That's not the word. Conscious of my space outside. And forgive me while I wrap this wire here, but you've helped me to realize that I need to be a better steward of my property. So yeah, this is going to be a pain in the butt behind here. So let's see if I can't get it out of the way. There we go. But yeah, so you've encouraged me to be a better steward of the property I'm on, and I have plans now for a green. Well, it's already a green space for upgrading the garden area. How about that? I'll put it that way. No, Catlin, you're right on time. We just kind of started. I jumped the gun a little because I saw people in chat and saw friends in chat. Hey, E. Thurman, good to see you. Jennifer, oh my goodness, let me jump over to chat here and say hello to everybody. Mama Jane, thank you so much for posting and being here for early. And let's see, Margot, and who else do I see in my magic mirror? Not looking at comments yet, so sorry, forgive me. Let's see. Jennifer, E. Thurman, Cat Lynn, Canine Rescue. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm going to try and keep up with chat a little better today because I really don't have. Oh goodness. Let me stop that. Um, I really wanted to apologize. Several things. One, in case you don't already know, take two. Hi. Thank you all for joining my chat and watching my live. My name is Rosa Lang. If we have yet to meet, I am Rosa Lang, and this is Thankful Thursday, a day in which I try to help others and myself remember that there's always something to be thankful for. Always something to be thankful for. Always a way we can show gratitude, whether it's a smile at a stranger or picking up the trash that we saw somebody else drop. I mean, let's not get overboard, but you know what I mean? Being more conscious and more aware of how we can do small things, small random acts of kindness to help our little corner or our little dome of the world be better and shine brighter. So yeah, Mama Jane, you got the romper room reference. That's amazing. Yes. Who else do I see in my magic mirror? Right? Exactly. So if any of you happen to miss the live I did on Sunday this past, I did a review and an explanation. I did a video on a local metaphysical fair that was marvelous. A lot of the pictures I took, I don't know how to work my phone yet. I've only had it 6 years, but I thought I was videotaping things, and yeah, there's a little red button you have to push that says record. It doesn't say record, you just have to know that that's what it means. And oh well. So yeah, it was a thing. But it was fun because I did get to show you several of the things I purchased and several of the different booths. And oh my gosh, there were so many people doing Reiki and tarot cards and palmistry and pendulums and so many things to buy. Oh my goodness. So many unique things to buy. And the book guy, oh my gosh, the book guy. Just saying. So let me see. Been a long time since you heard that. No idea how it, right? It's those small little things that we tap back into that makes someone else smile. And that's why I do that kind of stuff. And I throw references in from all over the place. And sometimes people get them and sometimes they don't. I'm glad you got it. Romper, stomper, bumper, boo. Tell me true. And I don't remember the rest of it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so if you hadn't seen the video about the fair from this past Sunday, I think that was the 10th. I went on the 10th. The video's on the 11th. Yeah, please take a minute to, well, not right now, but when you have time, go back and if you have mind to watch that. And God, I was so excited because I just gone the day before and I got to look at the videos and I was like, oh yeah, it's so cool. But that gives people an idea of what a metaphysical fair can be like here in my area or close to my area. But yeah, they're pretty much all the ones that I've been to have been very, very similar to that, just in different spaces and different vendors. Pardon me. And the huge campouts, the large campouts that I attend, a lot of the people that vended at that were vendors at this particular metaphysical fair also come to that particular camp, and or some people who sell very similar stuff, but a lot of it is homemade and or handmade, and it was just incredible. And then let's see, for a quick review, Tuesday night I did a couple of readings, but I was really intent on getting to Mark Sandler's live that he was doing with Kim Russo, who I feel like I have a connection to. And I think we only went like a half hour maybe. And then I asked everybody to join over there, and they're doing it live again tonight. So I must have picked a really good night for metaphysical stuff and getting word out there, because they're live again tonight. So I'll probably be watching that after we're complete here. But yeah, so you guys look for a metaphysical fair or psychic fair in your area. And after watching the video, you might feel, if you have any reservations about going to one, if you've never been, you might feel uncomfortable, you might think you're going to feel uncomfortable, go anyway. And the video will give you an idea of what you might expect when you go. But Tuesday night, Kim Russo was talking with Michael Sandler about a lot of things that are right in tune with what we've been talking about here. How to live in an attitude of gratitude. I hate that phrase, but how to be more appreciative of everything that happens, because everything happens for a reason. It's either to drive you towards something or help you steer away from it. So, okay, Jennifer, I see you. Hey, Hen, I'm glad you made it. Aw, this is awesome. So the Tuesday video with Michael Sandler and Kim Russo was really right on time with a lot of what we've been talking about, and a lot of what my other friends may be talking about too, like Hen and Lokamai and Project Phoenix, who's Amber Ann. A lot of the people that you guys and I listen to, it's almost as if the universe is saying, psst, now you're going to move on to this, right? And just, we all seem to be having this great synchronicity thing happening, that everything is kind of duplicating off the other and making sure the repetition of the message gets out. So I'm really kind of excited about that. Hi, Justice. I'm glad you're popping in for a few. Yeah. Oh, you guys, this is great. I was just talking to myself, which is why I was like, oh, you're not late. You are right on time. And that's fine. Well, I may not have said yet, but I really have nothing exactly prepared. I just wanted to make sure you guys know how much I appreciate you. And I wanted to thank you for the support you've given me, and for the comments and the thumbs up and the subscriptions, and just being here in chat is so you have no idea how much I look forward to these things. This is great. You know what we might do? If anybody's wanting to jump up in chat and have a visit, let me post the StreamYard link. And you all feel, and you guys know you don't have to have your camera on, but it does help if you have headphones. It sometimes makes it more clear. And you don't have to go on camera if you don't wish to. But I would love to see you face to face and have a chat, right? I mean, those of you who have been in other chats and on other panels, it's just talking to a friend. And I do my best to not, how can I word this? I do my best to keep paying attention to the chat, but oh, if you saw this setup, it's crazy. But I want to make sure that I'm not ignoring anybody because I know somebody got butthurt over that. And I did not mean for that to, that came out so wrong. Someone in one of my past lives took offense to something I said because I just stated it. I was not being impeccable in my speech. And until I heard it back, like I just did there, I have no idea. I had no idea how it could be misunderstood or misconstrued. And I'm really sorry. If I ever say anything to hurt anybody's feelings, you guys need to contact me and let me know what it was and how it could have been, and how you think it might have gone better. How about that? Because I am doing my best to plan out nothing but positive. And to that end, I'm going to invite a wonderful woman from across the pond that you know and love. Here's Hen.
That is such a lie. I'm not wonderful.
Old crone, I know, but I love you. And I can say that because I know what it is to be an old crone. Well, I need you to get closer to your mic. Just a bit
Sorry.
if you
Is that
can.
better?
Try again.
Is that better?
Oh, barely.
It's right in my
Barely.
mouth. I'll have to talk
Maybe I'm
louder.
just too loud. Maybe I'm just too loud. Let me turn mine down just a hair. Try now.
Hello.
Oh, that's better. I had my
Okay.
sound down.
Okay.
Oh, God, I'm such a derp.
Hello, Mama Jane. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Canine Rescue.
Everybody's saying hello to you. This is
Yeah.
wonderful. I love having this. Okay, Canine Rescue is asking about someone who I have no knowledge about who this person is. So I'm sorry, Canine Rescue. I don't know who that is. But if she's in any Discord that you're in, that's another way to reach her. But yeah, I'm not familiar with that name.
No, nor am I.
Sorry, sweetie. Hope she's okay. So, how have you been, Hen? It's been ages.
Yesterday. Yesterday.
I know, right?
I speak
Oh
to you
my
a lot more
goodness.
than I speak to real people. Not that you're not real people, but you know what I mean.
Right. Let's see. Hen saw the TMI the other day. Thanks for editing. Had a couple of, oh, well, sorry. Private messages sometimes get down private. Sorry. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, no, I do. I think that's from the previous stream where I cut it back by quite a lot because we talked about stuff that wasn't necessary information that needed to be out there.
I gotcha. Yes,
Yeah.
Catlin, I would love that. I would love it. And I'm telling you, the picture that I have, sorry, Hen, the picture that I had on the video that I didn't realize I'd already set up. I'm so sorry if there was confusion there, guys. I really am. That's from a local park, a park that used to be local to where I was living before I moved here. In any case, it's within a drive, and there's a lake there, and the lake has so many little coves, if you will, that particular picture was from. Okay, I'm driving through the park and I see a little like island with this wonderful little bridge over it. And so I parked and I walked down, I crossed the bridge, I started a video at the bridge, walked over the bridge and claimed the island in my name. Since it was just about maybe 20 feet round, it's just a little one, but it had a huge pine tree of some sort that had all the shade under it. It was like almost tented to the ground, and yeah, I just claimed it for myself. So I have an island in a local park. And it made me wonder how many people have that island.
Probably
But
loads of people have claimed it before you.
exactly, exactly. But for that time, it was
It
my
was yours.
island, and that was kind of
Yeah.
fun. And so I made
So
a video about it.
I just saw Mama Jane saying, "Oh, honey, Hen's lives are awesome. Thank you." Um, I just tried to keep them as fun as possible.
Exactly. Yeah,
Um,
and that's the big thing about your channel. What I've seen of Jay McCarthy, myself, and a few of the others that have been around. We're trying to bring positivity back. We're
mhm.
trying to bring hope and joy back, and giggling and snickering and sniggling, and any way within reason that we can do that. I say yay, and I love being on your lives, Hen. I'm glad you jumped on here with me because we have a good time. Pardon me.
Yeah, I bring out your naughty side.
Well, when it's not my channel, and I know that people are
Yeah,
less likely to find me there, because it's not that I'm
exactly.
being understand. It's not that I'm being fake, but
Mhm.
if I have a message, I don't want it to get lost in the goofiness,
No,
because
so
Lord
this
knows
channel
I
is your professional channel.
yeah,
When you
and
come on mine, you can act less professional, and that's fine.
thank you.
In fact, I
Yes,
can discuss things that I don't discuss on my channel on other people's channels because it
yes,
doesn't come back to me. So, like the sort of the touchier subjects, the
yes,
less jokey subject. I mean, we obviously on my
of
channel, I
course,
also touch a lot of the spiritual side because that is
yes,
who I am. It's part of me.
yes,
Um,
and
but
that's
I
pretty.
try to
Go
not
ahead. I'm
touch
sorry.
the controversial stuff.
Right. And for Tuesdays, I'm all about the tarot, I'm all about spirit, I'm all about whatever anybody wants to learn about regarding the metaphysical side of things. On Thursdays, I'd like to focus on bringing out positivity about random
Mhm.
acts of kindness. I'd like to focus on that. And if there are things that people want to discuss in regards to that, yay. If there are other things and we go off on a tangent, that's acceptable. But I'd
Yeah.
like to try and bring it back to gratitude. So, and Sundays, just for 30 minutes, I try and be serious, and I found some new meditations I'm going to record and leave somewhere, probably Discord or something, and send them to people in personal emails if they want them. But just a few, like 5-10 minute meditations on
Yeah.
relaxation and things like that. But if Sunday, I primarily wanted to be chill. And next time, so we don't run into the issues that I might have made last time, at 30 minutes, I'll cut it and then I'll start another one. That way, if
Yeah.
people want to watch it 30 minutes, they're good. If they want to come watch a silliness, have at it. And I
Yes.
think that'll be a little easier that way.
Yeah. Um, so I mean, like I said, the reason I was late was I was talking to my son.
Oh, how's it
Um,
going?
it's good. So obviously earlier on said he was started talking to me. I said, right, okay, I'm enjoying this conversation, but I need to get to the shop before it's too late to get what I need to get. And she goes, yeah, no problem. So when I went upstairs just now to go to the toilet before you started, he said,
Yeah.
oh, can I tell you what I was going to tell you earlier on? I goes, yeah, no problem. So I sat down and talked with him before coming down here. And that's why I was late because he
Did you have a
doesn't
good
often
chat?
want, yeah, he doesn't often want my attention. He's
Yeah,
quite independent. So when he wants it, I need to give it to him.
I understand. I totally understand. I got an email from my son yesterday that says his one of his hearing aids that has been broken for a month. A month. The nursing has not set up the appointment yet for him to go get it repaired. In fact, he even went to the nurse and showed her. She turned it on. It made the feedback noise saying it's on and says, oh, no, it's working here. No, you don't frickin' gaslight my son. One. Two, if he tells you it's broken, it's frickin' broken.
Yeah,
You set the appointment. You're not the decider on who gets to have the appointment or not. You're just supposed to set it. So I was livid that he sent me an email today saying, did you ever get with nursing? They still, she called me a liar. She said it's not broken. I went, okay, let me see what I can do.
yeah,
And Dr. Mom came out and I called the head of nursing and I left a message because she dare not call me.
mhm,
Because Mama Bear was there. And then I called his case manager and left a message there. And I thought, okay, It's early. They're probably all in meetings. I'm going to release it and let it go, give it an hour or two, and then I'll start calling again. Because his case manager knows me. I mean, he's been with the facility for almost 20 years. So they know me, and they know you don't around with my son. You listen to him. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm not watching the chat right now because I'm telling a story. um, so I finally got in touch with him and said, listen, this is what's going on. And I'm a little frustrated that it's not been taken care of. Can we take care of it? I said, I know you have a lot of clients that you take care of. I know you've got things in your personal life going on. I know life continues. However, there's no reason this has not been taken care of. It's been a month.
Yeah.
And so he called me back and said, yeah, he has an appointment. We're trying to get either the hearing aid or he and the hearing aid to the place so it can get taken care of. But there's no excuse. He should have a spare pair. And
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
and I mentioned that as well because of all the times he's gotten renewed hearing aids. There's no reason that he should not have a spare. So that's what I'm going to mention when I talk to them tomorrow, when I'm cooled down a bit. Then, oh, what was the other thing? There was something else. Oh, the cat needed her meds renewed. So we get her meds renewed under Miss Abby, who is not a kid. Oh shoot, I can't find the word. Uh, Someone who lives with me, not a child, but like a child,
An
dependent,
independent, yeah.
dependent, yes. And I could not get it to work online, and I was getting more and more frustrated. So when I called this morning and said, hey, listen, I'm trying to get this refilled and blah, blah, blah. And she was so helpful. I said, listen, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at myself that I cannot work the internet last night. So it was time to put it away, get something else done. And she happened to be working when I went to pick it up this evening. So yeah, I just started out the day with, such a grump. Because my son started emailing me at 6:30 this morning. Because
Yeah.
that's when he's up and ready for work. And he's been up for a while. So yeah, okay. I'll get out of bed and I guess I better get ready for work. So
I
yeah.
can say
So
hello, KDK.
hey
And
everybody. KDK.
Catherine's question. My son's 23 going on 24, be 24 in September. So like I said, he's an adult child. He's an adult living at home with his mother. And most of the time, he don't even speak to me. He comes in, he goes to his room, don't even speak to him. But when he wants to speak to me, and it wasn't about anything serious, he's writing a Dungeons and Dragon storyline at the moment. So he's playing
He's
Dungeons and
a Dragon
Dragons with his friends.
Master.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So he played the first episode with his friends at the weekend, and he's now working on the second episode, and he wanted to share with me how far it's gone along. He shared the first episode, and it's nice that he shares these things with me, but it's not something I'm really normally interested in, but I'm making the time to be interested in it for him so that we actually get to spend some time together. Because he doesn't want to spend time with me very often. So it's nice to have that time.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
And I've told him he needs to write it down because it's so inventive what he's come up with. He needs to write it down and publish it in a book. He could write a story. He's done the animations, pictures for it and everything, and it's really cool.
That's amazing. A lot of people here in the States that I know that play those kinds of Dungeon Dragon type games do write it down. They have it all scripted, and they have what happens if this happens or whatever, and they do write it up and then take it to the GameStop or the shop or whatever, and move forward with it that way. And some go and some don't. I want to get back to what Catlin said here. I'll talk to Rustling and make sure she's okay with it. We'll be there 2 Sundays and a Tuesday and a Thursday. What are you talking about? Being at the ocean? I want to make sure I'm not ignoring anybody. So yeah, Catlin, let me know if you're talking about going to the ocean and you just want to do share videos that you take when you're there or pictures or whatever. Share them in Discord, and if we are around at the same time and you want to share a video, I'm good with that. I think everybody can use a day at the beach, a day at the ocean, right? I received from one of the people in chat a lovely lovely video of them walking into the water at the ocean and or the sea or whatever. It was a big body of
It was
water and there was
beautiful.
sand and oh, it was marvelous.
Yeah, it's
And
beautiful.
I could imagine the sea spray in my hair and the smell of it and the breezes and the water lapping at my ankles. It was marvelous.
Yeah.
It was
And I
I
just like
loved
to
it.
say I'm so proud of that person for going to do that because she was umming and ahhing about it and umming and ahhing about it and she went and did it.
Oh my
I'm so
goodness.
proud.
And then this person has since shared their garden with us or with me, and
Yeah,
even down to a bee that was visiting the garden. I
I
love
know.
that kind of stuff, you guys. I love it when you share that part of your life with me. I really do.
Yeah.
Um, Goodness, somebody started singing Tootsie Roll when she saw Cotton Candy. That's funny. Hi, Cotton Candy. I'm glad you're here. I've got a cough. Just a minute. Sorry about that. So yeah. So Hen, what's your plans for the next couple of days? You going like
I'm
tomorrow?
back to work
I'm
tomorrow.
sorry. I
That's
have
all
to
right.
be in. I have to be in tomorrow as well, but
Yeah.
Monday through Friday.
So I'm on late shifts for at least the next 2 days. So I won't get home till about 9:30. So I
Half
doubt if we'll be
nine.
going online. Yeah.
That means I'm still at lunch. So
Yeah.
it's like, let's figure this out. Well, if I see you live, I'm gonna jump in. At least be in
I've
the
run
chat.
out of StreamYard, so I won't be going live unless I pay for it.
Oh well, when I get home, if you like, let me know. Local My goes live. I'm a mod for her. She goes live at 8 Central and for about an hour, usually. Now her
Mm.
play, the play in which she's stage manager, is on tomorrow night. So
Oh
I don't know
wow.
if she's going live or not. And if she does not, then I'll jump on, you jump on, and we'll have this panel together. So at least we have an outlet.
Yeah.
And
So
yeah,
I do
people can
need to
find you.
I need to sort my schedule out with my channel because I just go on randomly and I go on for hours and hours and
And
hours
hours
and
and
hours.
days and weeks.
So I think I need to sort of like sort of schedule out. So I'm going to go live on this day, and this day, and it's going to be cut to maximum of 3 hours, and then I won't have to run out of StreamYard for
Right? Well, the
halfway
thing
through
is,
the month.
I had gotten a large sum of money from our wonderful government, and that was about the time I heard about StreamYard, and I went, "Well, sure, I'm in for a year. Let's see what happens."
Mm,
So I bit the bullet and did that, and I'm learning so much about StreamYard now that
mm,
I'm really excited that I did have the money and the inclination to do so because I'm through StreamYard and their tutorials and their lives. I'm learning so much about making thumbnails and how to edit and how to
mm.
do the different things on YouTube. And it's really, I, even if this channel does not grow in the way I dream it growing, I'm having fun with it. And I'm learning how to do stuff on the computer that a boomer probably wouldn't do. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, let's look at doing that this weekend. So yeah, you can use my channel and just let people know that you'll be over here, and I'll just hide in the back. You know,
No, no
I'll
way.
I'll run the
Um,
show. What's that?
I'm reading Canine's rescues. I said I'll send you a picture of my knee of me to up to my
Amazing.
knees in the pond that developed in my backyard from
Oh
all this
my
rain.
goodness. You know, I'd still like to see it if you're willing to step in that cold rainwater, because I do. I love nature and all its wonders and
So
the wildness of it and
yeah.
the calm and beauty of it. It's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I take videos of me walking, but I keep them private. So although they're on my channel, they're privatized, so I can only certain people can see them. Just because I don't really want people knowing exactly where I live.
I understand. It's no worry. 5 inches in one day. You know, it rained here from last evening sometime, and it's still raining outside now. And sometimes it's a downpour, and sometimes it's just misting over. And it's supposed to be doing that for the next 3 days. Saturday, it's supposed to be somewhat sunny. It says just cloudy on Saturday, I believe. So, yeah, I didn't get to mow.
No,
So, oh well,
oh
it's
well,
going to be even higher.
yeah.
Taller.
Has it cleared the air for you a bit, or is it still really muggy?
It it's cleared the air some. I mean, it's still muggy because of where it is, but and it's still hot. So any rain that falls is mixed with the heat, and it's still going to be somewhat muggy.
Just more.
But I'm hoping temperature's supposed to drop tonight. So I'm hoping that will take the mugginess out. And if I had not plans for this weekend, I would be going camping because it looks like it's going to be a good camping weekend.
Mm.
But oh well. Let's see. And Mama Jane says, just in here, just in and out cooking late tonight. You know, I I love that you cook and you're cooking for your family. I miss those days. I really do. I mean, I was never a great cook, but I did good enough. And the kids always went to bed with their bellies full. So I kind of miss that kind of stuff. Etherman, as much as I would like rain here, Muscootus already is so Texas right now. Yeah. Thanks for this training. Appreciate your investment wrestling. I'm heading for rest. Oh, Justice, you have a wonderful
Right,
evening,
Justice.
hon.
I
Get a
still
good
never found
rest.
out who she was. Never found out who she was. She was going to tell me in
Justice,
private last night.
oh, that's all
And
right.
then she
Stay
fell out.
mysterious. Stay mysterious, Justice. I love it. I love it. Have a good rest. Let's see. Margot says we have sunshine. We have to have sunshine for a week. Unmowed grass is better for nature. And I agree, but the place I'm living has rules. And if it's taller than 8 inches, and it's about 18 inches right now, they will come and mow it down and then charge me $75 for it.
Oh no, you
And
don't want that.
right. And not when I have a free mower outside sitting out there. So and I asked the guys at work today, the guy I bought the mower got the mower from because he gave it to me out of the goodness of his heart, which has really touched me. Um, I said, I keep hearing that I have heard in the past that you're not supposed to mow your grass in the rain or when it's wet. Can you help me understand? Is that just something people do to get out of mowing, or is there a real reason behind it? And they said that that it's because the wet grass will clump up on the blades and just start throwing hunks of this nasty stuff out the sides of the mower, and it won't be cutting it, it'll be pulling it.
Yeah, it
Like,
rips it out of the earth.
yeah. So I thought, okay, that's another good reason I'm not going to mow tonight. Do you have to mow, hen, where you are, or do they do it for you?
Oh no, we mow because I have my own back garden and have my
Aw.
own front garden, and I meant to mow it, and I'm terrible. I'm absolutely awful. So,
I'm good at putting all
um,
kinds of stuff off. I'm great at
well,
procrastination. It's one thing I'm really, really good at.
so, so we've got Margot in the chat, and she describes herself as a green witch. So she's into her gardening.
Yes.
I've
Yes.
tried to be a green witch. I'm not very good at it.
I was at one point where I knew herbs and I knew different plants and their medicinal values, but it's gone. It's in here somewhere, and I'm not ready to access it at this point. I know that there's a lot I can do with the space that I have, but it's going to take money that I have not set aside for it yet, and I'm not willing to screw up my whole budget just to make the yard look pretty. But there are things I can do in the meantime, and those are the things I'm going to start doing. So I'll be getting out there. I would trim it first, then if you have a strimmer, trim it first. Right, you talked about the strimmer, and we call it a trimmer, but it's a string trimmer, so it's a strimmer. I get it. I get it. Well, what the guys at work told me is put the wheels as high as the mower as high, set the wheels so the mower is riding higher, and just go over it really nice and slowly first because it's really tall. And then lower it again and go over it again. So that's what I'll probably do early Saturday morning when my neighbors over here are asleep. Let them see what it feels like. Let's see. Trinity table at work today. Yay! Margot says, I love gardening. It's my passion at the moment. I don't think it will ever leave. I hope not, because there's a certain pleasure that I know I get when I'm working with my hands in the dirt in a garden and seeing things grow that I put there, Let's see. And Catlin also given house blended oil and Orispay. I chose their Kundalini blend. It's so nice. Oh, that's awesome. Katie K. Universe, no one pull me through for the rain for all of you. Oh, I'm more thankful for you too, Katie K. Yay. Highest height first. Yes, yes. And that's what they told me. So I'm just, I don't want to say I'm afraid. I'm anxious about mowing the lawn by myself, um, with no one else to contact in case, it rolls back on me and chops my leg off or something horrible. And I know it's a silly fear. I mean, it's I'm trying to be a realist and knowing that that's not going to happen. I have safe shoes to wear out there. I'm not going to wear shorts. I'm not going to, I'm going to go out prepared, but it's very hilly. There's one very steep area that I need to push it through and it's narrow to get up onto one of the tiers. And I'm just making excuses. I know. I know. Let's see. Um, Can I keep my peppermint plants alive? I would love to put some peppermint out there. Hey, look who's here. It's Jet's mom. Hey, Jet's mom. I'm so glad you're here. Let me drop that again and see if it's gonna go, and then I can pin it to the top. Pin message, message pinned. So, pardon me. It should be pinned to the top if anyone, Margot, Katie K, Mama Jane. Oh, Mama Jane's cooking. Yes, I'm not gonna bother her. Anybody. Let's see. Take your time and stop when you need to. Yes, and that's what they told me. If it's getting too hard to push or whatever, just take a break because it doesn't have to be done all at once. And if I just mowed a line into it and left the mower there, if I was able to get out there, for example, had I gotten out there today and it wasn't raining or anything, I just pushed the mower through. At least they see my intent to mow, right? That's what I was thinking. Jet's mom. Hey, sweetie, how are you?
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I was just
Don't be sorry. You're fine.
going around the house doing
You've
things,
arrived.
lost track of time.
You've arrived at exactly the right time.
Well, hello, my friends.
Let's see. Katie K says used to have some really nice big gardens until a few years ago, and health got to a point that made it impossible to keep up with. Now I just have a few herons and tomatoes and a cucumber. Yay! Well, that's much more than I have. Jet's mom, Margot, saying hello.
Hey, Margot.
I'm gonna get my other pad. Geranium citrosa is doing well. I want a rose of Sharon or hibiscus on the top tier so I can see flowers when I look out. My daughter's been learning to mow. Hey. Herbs, not errands. I get you. Himalayan salt lamp shaded as a white crescent moon that lights up in different colors. Sweet. And yes, Catlin, you are blessed. And there's another. Hey, Jet's mom from Catlin.
Hi. I had to turn my mute for a second. Someone was using the bathroom.
Sorry, Kitty K. I'm so not here. Just another wonderful day in the neighborhood. We were singing on someone's live. Was that Hen's live yesterday? I think we were all singing because they started singing on Plumy's live yesterday morning and just kind of carrying it over. It was kind of fun. So how's everyone's doing with their random acts of kindness and brightening up your little corner of the world? Jet's mom, how you doing?
Oh gosh, I'm doing a girls' night with some of my girlfriends on Saturday, and so we're gonna go up to my parents. They have a cabin close by.
That's awesome. We're gonna
have the girls, and gonna host some friends, and we're kind of excited, And it's always a nice group too. And we're gonna do some art projects, and unfortunately, we didn't get much snow this year, so the river is pretty low. So it's not as much fun as it usually is.
But it'll be nice. Get away for a while. I'm excited for you. That sounds great. Yeah, Katie K. Sorry. It's Catlin, Kitty K. Catlin, Kitty K. Kitty K. Catlin. Canine Rescue Catlin. Kitty K. Kitty K. I'm so sorry.
KKK. Oh God, you got the KKK in this.
No, no, we can't even. Triple K.
So I didn't
Is that a
realise
new
I'd muted
band?
myself. I've been talking away and no one's hearing me. I'd muted myself on my my headset.
Girl. Well, go ahead. What were you saying?
I can't remember. Oh yes, my random act of kindness was actually singing on that channel the other day, on Plumy's channel, because I don't like singing, but she really desperately wanted this karaoke thing to
She
happen,
really
so I joined in.
Oh, and look who we have joining us, Miss Margot. Hello,
Hello.
darling. How are you?
Hi. Hello,
Look at her little
everyone.
bee. Her little
What a
bee.
sweet voice. Oh my goodness, what
Yeah,
a sweet voice.
I thought I would stick a wee bee in there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Don't put that out there. Yeah, okay.
I missed the last
Exactly.
5 minutes because I was trying to get this working.
Oh, we're just blathering.
Okay.
Just having a bit of a natter. Let's see. There was a
Good.
new place. What is Katie K saying? There was a place I saw called Ken's Car Care. Give me a freaking break. Right?
Hi,
I think it's
Katie.
care, isn't it? Pronounced care with a K.
It can be.
Peter.
Hello,
And Aaron
Erin.
Cooper made it. Yay.
Hi, Erin.
Katie K saying, hey to Margot. Yeah.
It was such a beautiful day here today. You would have loved it. It's not warm for you guys. It was roasting for me, but you would have loved it. Such a gorgeous day.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I was telling them about, I don't know if you were on or if you were switching over, when I was telling them about a friend who sent me videos of their garden and how lovely that was, that they were following a bee around. It was so incredible. I love the flowers. And that video encouraged me.
Who is
and
this crazy
inspired me.
person that is
No
videoing
idea.
bees?
Absolutely no
I have no
idea.
idea.
Come on.
I have no idea, you know. But I want to tell you that person inspired me to go forward with the plans I have for my garden outside.
I'm so glad.
Aw.
I'm so
Yeah.
so glad, because even if you just plant one flower or one seed or you grow one herb, it's one thing. It's one thing, and it'll start for there.
So
But
I actually sent that person a picture of how my garden started last year to how it got to when I finished working on it last year.
And see, that's just where I was going. I was going to say, I will take some pictures this weekend of what it's like now, because it's so lovely and overgrown. It's poor patchwork stuff, but I need to turn it under because it's all trees about this tall, little maple trees that came down from the whirlybird things and fall.
Yeah.
So I need to pull all those up, turn the dirt under, then put the cardboard down, and then put mulch over and leave it for a season.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just leave it. And I want to put an edging thing up on that part too. But it's just this one little section. It might be 15 feet long and 4 foot down to 1.5 feet. So it's this weird trapezoidal shape, but it will give me a better sense of, oh, good, I'm home. Instead of, oh, geez, look at this mess when I come down my walk. So I'm looking forward to that.
Even a little pot at your door, just one little pot at your door, and you're being welcomed by flowers.
Yes. Or I do have that now.
Yeah, but even that helps.
Yes, it does. But knowing once I'm inside, it's my little haven, and I have it set up pretty much the way I'd like it. Yeah, it makes a world of difference.
It's taken me a while. This is year 7 since I started on the garden.
Oh, good to know.
So
it's only been
it's a long time. Yeah.
Okay, it's only 2.5 years that I've been here, and so I'm at the point where the inside is okay. Yeah. Now it's time to look at the outside, because I do want to be able to feel like I'm coming home and the property is welcoming me, whereas now it's just saying, oh, thank God somebody's here.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, we're glad you're here. It's, oh, God. Yeah.
Well, my kids grew up playing football in the garden, kicking a ball off the fence continuously, as they do. So my garden was for playing in. So it was about 7 years ago, and I've been in this house for 29 years. So I waited a long time for the garden, and I was like, so by this time, 29 years, it's like I know where I've wanted everything for a long, long time. It's just.
But see, the thing that you did is you have things in oh goodness, boxes? No, what are they called? little tubs.
containers, my trough and my little containers. Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Do you know that my neighbour built me that trough out of the wood I had left from my decking?
That's a great idea.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh my
and
gosh.
he's such a lovely man. He's such a lovely
reuse,
man.
recycle. That's awesome.
Yeah. I love the idea with the raised garden beds. Is that what we're talking about?
I built a few of them a few years ago. I started with them, and I built a few, about 3 of them.
Happy Thursday, that girl.
Oh,
glad you're here.
Hi, that girl.
She had an awesome live this afternoon. If y'all didn't catch it,
I
got to check out her live as well.
I did fall asleep this afternoon for a little
and that's
while.
Okay, but yeah, that girl. If you want to drop your link, that girl, I would love to share it with everybody here. And yeah, because that was pretty awesome. I love the icons that you made. They were awesome for her channel members. Someday I'll have channel members. Right now I have lots of lovely friends.
You will have channel members because you are amazing, Rosalind. You're addictive. You are such a beautiful, beautiful personality. You never leave your stream feeling sad or low, or you're always uplifted. It's lovely.
I do my best, but there are those who leave before they get to that closure. So God bless them anyway.
The whole beautiful feeling.
Thank you. That's one of the things I've worked for a long time to exude this energy in positive flows, in positive ways. And I still have a ways to go, but I'm glad that I'm getting there. And you saying something like that is just wonderful to hear. It's very, very affirming that I'm in the right direction. So that helps a lot.
It's hard. It's hard to please everyone, Rosalind.
That's what I was about to say.
The same person had an issue on my stream last night, and there's nothing I could do about it. Nothing I could do about it. Once they've left, you can't resolve the issue.
And there's always going to be people out there that are in their own world, that see things a specific way, and no amount of tossing seeds is going to change it. But I will keep tossing those seeds, and maybe something will take, right? Like gardening.
I was one of those people. For many, many years that I would only listen to myself. But I'm not going to say learned, but I've opened myself back up to the goodness of people. And once you allow yourself to see the goodness that is in people, it does make you feel better, I think.
Yes.
But I was very closed off for a long time. So it's not as if there's not a road back. There's always a path back. It will find you.
And it's so much harder to be angry or upset with someone than it is just to be...
Oh, it takes so much energy to be angry.
It's exhausting to be upset, right?
I don't have enough energy to be angry.
I think it's when things get misconstrued and misunderstood, and and you try and resolve the issue, and we did that on my stream the other night. And it's still not resolved, and unfortunately that's how it is.
That's the way it is. Aaron Cooper is asking, any hints on how to improve your own positivity? Lots of ways. I'm real big on meditation. I'm real big on journaling, either first thing in the morning or sometime before you go to sleep. The journaling in the morning is 3 good things that you think you want to have happen that day, or 3 things you're thankful for. The journaling in the evening is 3 things, minimum 3 things that happened to you that you're pleased about, that brought you joy, that made you, and basically it just gets you focusing on good things and things that bring you joy and things that made you smile. And when you start doing that, it takes 21 days for a new habit to begin. If within 21 days you're not starting to notice that you have a lighter feel to you and that things don't bother you quite as much as they did before, then it's working. So that and meditating, and I'm going to throw some meditations out there. Between now and Sunday, I will post some to, I think, Discord. I might do some live, but they're pretty short. So if you want to join, great. If you want to hold on to it for another time, great. But Aaron, I hope that helps, because that girl says she started with words of self-affirmation in the mornings.
I was just going to say that if she has little post-its or anything, put down on your post-it, I am worthy and I deserve happiness. And you put that where you can see it every morning and every night before you go to sleep. And you won't feel it straight away. You'll be like, why have I stuck that up there? But you leave it there and you read that every morning because you are worth it and you do deserve happiness.
And I love that one too. That's exactly what, when you eventually it soaks in, right?
Yes.
And what I also love, if there's someone particularly in your realm, maybe, whether it's a family member or a friend or anybody that you're having trouble with, in interpersonal relationships, or it could just be politics, you're having trouble, like looking at someone on TV, pray for them, pray, I always say 30 days of prayer helps, resolve a situation. And if, maybe that relationship doesn't improve per se, what it does inside you by just putting that positive intention out there, it'll give you clarity at the end. And peace is what I always pray for. I pray for peace and love. And I send that person, because all of us at our highest selves, we're all good. Even the really bad ones we're all good at our highest self. Yes. And if we couldn't just go to that energy, and maybe you can talk more on that, Rosalind, because that's what I love. That I've been doing that a lot during COVID.
The higher energy. The higher energy, you mean?
Just say to that girl, that isn't silly. So she says she doesn't write mine. She looks at herself in the mirror and says them.
I'm here at E. Thurman's. It happens a lot. Guilty of big time. Actively listening to what someone has versus already having a response is such a big issue. Right. Active listening is a learned condition. It's a learned art. And if you can start doing that and actually looking them in one of their eyes when they're talking to you, usually you look in the person in the right eye when they're talking to you and nod and actually hear their words. And sometimes what I used to do is repeat back to them. So what I heard you say was, I understand you to say, and repeat it back. Are you looking for help? Are you looking to vent? Are you looking for suggestions? How can I help you with this? Basically. So yeah. And Erin says she's going to try some of those words. Affirmations, Trinity table today. I am self-love. Yes. And the thing is about the affirmations, I used to write them in black eyeliner that I no longer used on my bathroom mirror. Because how many times in the morning are we all in front of the bathroom mirror? Going to the bathroom, you're washing your hands, then you're brushing your teeth, then you're doing your hair, then maybe somebody was putting on makeup. I don't know. But so it's there in the mirror for you to see all the time.
Yep.
And then I had another list that was similar on my fridge, because I was going to my fridge an awful lot in those days. So I'm just saying. And that girl says she's silly. She doesn't write hers down. She looks herself in the mirror and says them. And that's also good. But when I had them written on the mirror, they were right there in front of me that I could read them out loud. Because not only am I reprogramming my thinking by hearing it and reading it, but saying it out loud in my own voice, I'm self-healing. So that helps as well. And I'm sorry I'm behind in the chat, but here we go. Phantasmagoracle is here. Yay. For me, just kind, helpful to somebody else makes me feel better about anything. Yes.
Hi, Fanta. How lovely to see you.
Helping others has always helped me feel better. So let's see.
I'm going to say to Fanta, she is amazing with everything she's going through. She still stays so positive.
Wonderful. Wonderful person.
There's an art to that too, that she's really got down pat. I see you, that girl, active listening. Hard for me. Sure.
I will be back.
Yes.
In just a second. I have to go and let I have to go and let these pups out, or they will start barking.
Understand. Yeah, I get you. We'll be right here. So yeah, so I hope that some of these suggestions. Oh, look, Kitty K. I'm sorry, I missed that. sometimes write my little girl happy messages in the mirror with dry erase marker. Yes, yes, you should do it for yourself. But doing it for your daughter, that's amazing. One of the things I also used to do for my boys is when I would make them lunch to take to school, I'd leave them notes in there like, you got this, and
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, and things like that. And nothing mushy because they're guys, right? And they're kids, and kids can be bullies. And I didn't want them to be bullied. I just wanted them to know somewhere during the day I was thinking good of them.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of the way they turned out. So
I always make it a point to say goodbye
yes, because you never know.
when I leave the house, and hello when I return. If they're in the
Yes.
house, I'll call up the stairs and hello, just to
Yep.
let them know I'm there. Do you know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
So,
that's really important.
but it's also going back to the you say about the journaling. The way I refocus my mind, there was a thing. I use social media a lot, and it was on Facebook, and
Yeah.
it was a thing that was going around Facebook, and it was 100 days of positive. And
Yes.
you'd put a post at the end of every day of one thing that made you smile that day. And it's learning about focusing on the positive things in the day. You can have 100 negatives, but if you focus on that one positive thing, it makes your mindset change. And I didn't get to the 100 days. I probably got to about 30 days when I stopped doing it, because it was just natural that I was then focusing on positives.
Yeah, that's awesome. One of the things that the O that I got as you were speaking is that I remember one year we did positive jars. So every night we each had our jar, and every night we would write something down that happened that was really fun that day, or that was good, or that made us smile. And I'm talking us being me and my two boys.
Yeah.
And on New Year's Day, we would go back over that jar. And okay, so it didn't happen every day. None of us remembered to write something every day, but there's a jar full of happy thoughts, right? So
Yeah.
it really made New Year's Day another family day that
Yeah.
we could spend together and go, yeah, I remember that. Oh, that was fun. And so it made us all, it's stronger bond, you know? So that's something people might try as well. So phantasmagorical, you're so sweet. And hi, Vans. Now that I'm glad you're here too. Being with you guys always makes me smile every single day. Phantasmagorical, I'm thinking of you all day long. I hope you're having a good day.
We try to have dinner as a family. I mean, it doesn't,
at least once a week, right?
A couple times a week, you know, sitting at the kitchen counter together. A lot of times it just doesn't work out. I mean, that's just life these days. But one of the things we've done, and I think it's just gotten a little and I'm so glad you just said that, Rosalie. I'm gonna implement this again.
It's a great idea, and it's so simple. Even if you don't do it every day.
What we used to do is, I want to hear, okay, what was the worst part about your day, and I want 2 good things about your day.
Yeah.
And it'd be kind of funny sitting there, you know, whoever is in your, might have a negative Nancy in the household once in a while.
Right.
But
where can I put this?
you know, but you just get that little negative part, and it as that evolved as our family, it's been kind of cute, because you know, even the negative stuff is so silly that we ended up doing this goofy stuff, and then there was really lovely stuff that we did.
See, and that's great, because when you're bonding around food, which is a great bonding agent, and you're talking and you're learning a little bit more about each other and what hurts and what feels good. And that can always be brought up and used to bring them back to a happy space later. So if you guys implement the jar, let me know how that goes for you, because you just pick a day to start. Let your kids or your loved ones or just yourself remind yourself why you're doing it. And just to help yourself remember, after a time period, you open it up and you go, oh my gosh, look, yeah, I remember that day. You put the date on it and you put your little message, and then you fold it up and put it in this jar. And if you're having a down day, or if you're downward spiraling, or things just really, really just messing you up, open the jar, read them all, and then put them back in there and save them for another rainy day, as it were. It makes a world of difference.
We did a
Knowing-
fire
sounds
ritual
wonderful.
recently too. I think that's good that we're talking about this because I think that's what I'll do at my girls' retreat. Is we'll do a fire ritual and a release of the negatives, and
Those are always
Yeah.
great.
I think that
Always.
would be really. These are definitely my woo woo friends.
Oh, that's awesome. If anyone in the chat does not understand the fire ritual, I think most of you do. But basically, you have a, okay, it can be at a camp out and a campfire, or it can be in a little cauldron or non burnable container. And basically, what you do is you write down a negative thing or something you want to get rid of, or something that's been bugging you, or that letter to that person that you really want to just get everything out, right? Then you burn it and you release it and you let it go. And it's incredible how freeing that can be. So I'm excited you're going to do that. That's cool.
I'm so glad we're talking about this. This is like I've been thinking, what the heck are we all gonna do?
Guess
That's what we're gonna do.
Right? And
Good
if you
girl.
have
Good girl.
if you have arts and crafts, if you have like beads and string, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
put happy thoughts with each bead on a string and just a number, maybe keep okay, here I'm getting all convoluted, but you write down your good things you want to have happen, or the things you love, or whatever, the positive stuff down, and you put little numbers next to them, and then on the bead you actually write the number. Okay. So then you make it into a little bracelet or a little necklace that they can wear under their shirts or over their shirts as they wish, but they have that physical reminder of the spiritual things they want to occur. That's also good for new moon and full moon stuff as well. So
Yeah, I like that. I was also thinking of, doing a little a feng shui, even though I'm terrible at it, but bring up topics like, feng shui and, healthy, and holding each other accountable for some of these things. I have trouble keeping my house clean, but if you have it all feng shuied out, it should be able to keep cleaner. I hope.
it's still a house. There's still other people living there.
I know.
Canine Rescue, you could.
I want my she shed.
Right. Canine Rescue, you could, but yeah, that's probably a bad thing. You're asking for bad karma. Don't do that.
There are other things you can do that are not so bad.
Yes.
If someone's causing you grief in your life, you can cut them out. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Cut the cord.
Mm-hmm.
Cut those cords. Another ritual. Yes, ma'am.
Or a freezer spell's another one.
Yeah.
And
that's a good one.
When you cut cords with people, when you can just picture in your mind, in your own meditation and prayer, you'll see that if they're meant to still be in your life, they will feel it and they'll come back, and they will change their ways many times. I've seen it quite a few times.
Oh yeah, I've done that recently.
Yeah, when I've cut cords,
Rosalind knows.
Yeah, they become non-people. They're like, they no longer exist in my sphere, and it seems to work for me. So, don't want to be on my bad side. Just saying.
I know, right?
I think if they come back and they say I'm sorry and they mean it, then you can accept them back.
Sometimes.
I agree with you, but if I cut the cords, there must have been an awful lot of stuff going on, and no amount of I'm sorry, no, really, I've changed will change that. I will still be civil if I see them.
Yes.
And I will still exude as much love as possible when I see them, but I usually don't even see them. And it's not like I'm pushing people away left and right. I mean, there are very few people that I've actually went, you are no more in my life.
Yeah.
There are very few people.
Yeah.
But those that I have, they deserved it. I'll just put it that way. So
I'm not on about the full cutting cords, but when you just stop communicating, when you stop reaching out, because you're the one doing all the reaching out, stop reaching out. Mm-hmm. And if they really care about you, they'll be the one that comes.
They'll reach back.
Yeah.
They will reach to you.
I guess I can share I'm actually in reference to my mother.
Yes,
and we went through a really hard time. And I mean, it's my mom. I love my mom no matter what. Even though I had to go to that cut the cord place.
Yeah.
At one point, and it was pretty amazing. I'm not even kidding you. Within a week, and we have had a very bad time at that time.
Mm-hmm.
within a week, it was almost as if she shifted.
Wow.
It was
Yeah.
almost like she could feel it. She could feel, and she was not willing to have that happen spiritually,
Wow.
and because it's your mother, you know, you
Exactly.
come from their womb.
Right.
You're always connected. It's virtually impossible not to, even if you don't come from the womb and you're adopted. It's your mother,
Right.
and you know
Yeah,
that's
that's
loving.
challenging.
It was a tough one to have to say I had to let go,
Do
but
it,
it
Vanda.
worked out.
I'm so glad it did. And I understand where Hen's coming from though. If it's I think we're talking about very different
People.
situations.
Yeah.
But if it's something like, oh, I got butt hurt over something and I'm just really pissed at you and I'm not going to talk to you. But
Yeah.
that's not what I'm talking. I'm talking
No,
about
when you're about the full
Yeah.
on cutting the cords, you
Yeah.
don't belong in my life anymore. Absolutely.
Exactly. I'm so glad we're in agreement on that because
Yeah.
So let's see. K to K says, same. It takes some severe shit to make me cut the cord. Right.
Mhm.
That's why I'm okay on.
It was
good
pretty
times
heavy.
with home exes. Yeah, and K to K, it is unfortunate that has to happen. But when you are at a place of spiritual growth and you're having a growth spurt, sometimes you have to walk away. And if walking away is not enough, and it's a matter of your self-survival, okay? If being drugged back into their space is going to drag you down or
Yeah.
take you off purpose, then yes, walk away. I'm total agreement with that. But still, you continue to succeed because the best revenge is your success.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
and
There's
when they
actually a
can,
really good ritual when you
yes,
break up from a relationship and you still feel that you are, because you still care about that person, so
Well,
you're still
yeah.
trying to solve their issues. They're not your issues to solve anymore.
Mm-mm.
You know, you're not in that relationship anymore, and you can't move on if you're carrying on solving their issues. So a good ritual is where you get a plant, one sort of plant that you can split. And Margot, you'll know ideas of plants that you can split, because not all
Yeah.
plants can be split, but a lot of plants can. You get that plant
Anything
and you
with a
split
bulb,
it.
really.
You split it in half, or even like ground cover can be split.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you split that plant and you go and take half of it and you plant it miles away from where you live, somewhere you're never ever going to go again. And you just plant it there and you say goodbye to it and you walk away.
that's an
It's no longer
awesome
your
one.
responsibility. If it thrives, it thrives. If it dies, it dies. It's not your responsibility. Then you
That's
take the
good.
other plant and you plant
You
it at
take that
home,
home.
whether it's in a
Yeah.
pot or in your garden, and you tend to that plant
You
and you
see
care
to
for
that
that
plant.
plant and you make sure it thrives, because that plant is you. The one you
That's
planted away is your ex.
that's your
It's the
part.
person that's
Yes.
no longer your responsibility. The plant that you
you've
planted
taken
in your
them.
house is you. And you thrive and you watch and you will see that you will grow as a person. You'll heal as a person and you'll become a better person.
Yeah.
Simple
Yes.
ritual, but it
It's
works.
amazing.
Is
I
there a
was
name for
also going to say earlier, I just wanted to add, if you wanted, if there's any witchiness in you, once you burn what you've written, you can plant these in certain directions. And it may, you just plant the ashes. You can either plant them with flowers or you just plant them in the dirt. It really doesn't matter, but that can also add a wee bit extra help to letting go with the negativity. And the
Yes.
goodness goes back into the ground because it's ash.
And Gaia will transmute the power.
Yes, and Gaia
energy,
will.
so,
Yes, she'll do that.
yeah.
I'm
It
getting
is a
all
nice way
teary-eyed. I
forward.
love this stuff.
Isn't this amazing? Yeah. I'm so glad I found Hen and Margot, and then we get to
I'm
discuss
so
this.
glad I found all of you. I'm so
Yeah.
happy. I haven't smiled this much in years, and I'm not exaggerating there. I mean years, and it's good for you. It is really good for you.
It is. And all the lovely people in chat.
I can't see the chat just now.
It's okay.
Going a bit wonky on the other pad.
But I'm so glad that we found all of us, that we found and are making this wonderful community.
You make the bond,
all-
yeah. You feel it. You feel it with the people.
Aw.
I don't have a day go by that I don't think of you guys.
Oh,
So
same
there's
here.
a moment throughout the day that I do think of every one of these. It's nice. They make me smile.
Yes.
Well,
Ditto.
that's
Same here.
That's what we want to do.
Yes.
That's all we want to do is make people smile. And it actually, I think it hurts us as much as the person that we've hurt by accident, that they you know, that they've taken things the wrong way. And it's like, oh. Because I would say we're all slightly empathic, if not fully empathic.
It's an understatement.
You take that pain with you, and it's hard, but you've got to know when to let go. You can only do so much.
Yeah, I want to address what Katie K's written here. Give me a second, guys. It breaks my heart that my boyfriend cuts a cord so easily. We're very different people. Have you all had that situation before? If so, how do y'all go about encouraging not to cut cords? Basically, it's their decision. Okay, you can have a conversation, and you can both sit down and discuss what it is that he's planning on doing, and his reasons behind it. And you may come up with different suggestions as far as, like we've said, you could just walk away. You could do the flower that splits and plant it in 2 different places, like Ken suggested, which works incredibly well. It doesn't have to be cutting cords. Cutting cords is really severe. So you really want to be sure you never, ever want to hear or see anything about that individual again. And it can be pretty drastic. So have a conversation with him about why he's feeling so strongly. And maybe if he works through the anger bit of it, then he'll realize he doesn't need to actually cut cords, but he does need to separate. So I hope that helps. Anybody else have anything to add to that?
No, I think you covered it well.
Thank you.
Yeah. I've had my heart broken. And still, I wouldn't, the bond's not gone. I would still open the door and say, let's go have a coffee and have a chat.
Right.
It's only when you're ready you can, but they make me smile. And also having your heart broken, I'm not saying it's not a good thing, but it does give you wisdom in a lot of things.
Here, Erin.
Yeah.
We're glad you're here, Erin.
Heartbreak is one of the hardest things to go through.
I'm glad you're here too.
Be it from whether it's a love, or it's a family member or someone you care, friend, and that can be extremely defeating. Oh man, I just lost my train of thought.
It's a form of grieving.
Well, it is. You're grieving for the relationship. It's no longer the same. Yeah.
That it was never going to be the way you wanted to.
Yeah.
Erin, being an empath is hard, but there's tricks of the trade, and there's ways you can protect yourself. And I posted my Discord earlier in there. You might want to find that and get with us on there. So every day when I wake up, I get my notification for you. Aw, that's so sweet. Phantasmagorical. I love that. I do the same. I do the very same. And when I'm at work, I'm scrolling through my phone with my earplugs in, so I can listen to the YouTube videos. I can't watch them because then, I'll get called out. But I listen to them, and the one about the garden and the individual that took me on a walk, oh my God, I had to watch. So I went to the ladies' room and I watched the video. And it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Oh, you're welcome,
back on the heartbreak thing too. Yes. When we transform the most, and this is, I think, what we were also kind of saying as a group too. When you are in those hard places, you are actually in a transformative place.
Yeah.
And you'll see it. I think a good example is, in your 20s and you're working and you're really green at a new job and you're uncomfortable and everything is so uncomfortable, almost to where you're in tears.
Yeah.
And, but then you look back on those times as you've passed it and you've learned your job better, or this could be looking at relationships too. You learned how to be more efficient within your interpersonal relationships. Yeah. You look back at those times and you're like, oh my gosh, I was a champion. Look what I did. Exactly. And I think there's a lot. Heartbreak is one of those similar type of
definitely
situations. And they do say, and I do fully believe this, it takes, if it's a love partner, it takes half as long as you're together to really get over that person.
Yes.
Sometimes
I've
you
noticed
don't
that.
get over them.
Sometimes you don't.
And sometimes you just don't. Exactly. Or not. I guess when I say get over, I mean to where it's not
move on. Move on.
Yes, moving on.
Not forget, just move on. Yes.
Yeah.
I do think they were meant to meet them though, for them to bring that amount of happiness and love into your life. You were meant to cross paths with that person. You're just not supposed to be with that person.
Love you
I
too.
think everyone you meet along your journey is someone you're meant to meet.
You're supposed to meet.
You're either meant to learn a lesson from them,
yes,
or you know,
Here she comes.
they're all there to,
or they need you.
They need you.
That may be why you've met them. They need you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you've meant to learn a lesson from them or pass on a lesson to them.
And there's a lot of people you will find that you have soul contracts with.
That's
you
mine,
literally have come onto this earth, and you have decided certain things that are going to happen in certain places at certain moments that we don't have control over. And sometimes sometimes it's those really hard things and those hard lessons, because that's what we're supposed to gather with each other at that time. And I think that's kind of what you're saying too. So.
Yes. Yeah. Very much so. Everyone and everything that comes across your path, every obstacle you have in your life is there to teach you something. You gain, no matter what it is, every heartbreak, every, I don't know, even losing a job that you loved,
everything that takes your breath away, even for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's those kind of moments that I really want people to, that I'm trying to encourage everyone to notice. Yeah. Those moments that take your breath away with a, oh my gosh, because that sound is a, that intake of breath, and we just go, aw.
And you feel it everywhere. It gives you the goosebumps. Your tingles will be there, and it's lovely.
Exactly.
I get goosebumps with you guys all the time, even when we're just being silly on one of our chats. I'm just sitting here covered in my spiritual Jesus bumps.
That's that positive energy going around that we're throwing out, So yeah. And Etherman, that's something I've said. Everybody that's come into my life has either been for a reason or a season. And whether I'm to learn from them or they're to learn from me, or we're just supposed to support each other for a season or so, I'm welcome it, because I always learn something.
At the moment we've got this community going on, and we're all getting on well, and we're all getting on great. But who's to know what 12 months down the line is? We may not even be talking to each other 12 months down the line. But while we're together now,
I would never have envisioned this, but something happened in the world, and it brought us all together. So,
absolutely.
Otherwise, I would not have been on YouTube. I went looking, because you couldn't meet people outside. So it was like, okay, what does my son do? He does people inside. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the whole thing where you could, I'm a big smiler. So you see me at the supermarket, I smile at everybody.
So do I. I say good morning.
Even if you're just sharing love that way, and you couldn't even smile at people. It was, you can't even feel that energy when you do anything. It was awful. I would be exhausted by the time I went to the supermarket when I got home, because the negative energy was just everything. It was just killing you.
Yeah.
And so I ended up becoming really almost agoraphobic. I don't leave my house. It's changed. I'm really hoping things change better where I'm at.
I think this weekend will make a nice difference for you. Your girls' night or girls' weekend.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna be a nice
sounds
thing.
like fun. That sounds good. Night with the girls. Weekend with the girls is even better.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to host people. So I'm with one night and go home.
Cool, though.
Then I'll get on YouTube. I'll tell you all about it.
I can't wait. Yeah. But hey, if you do one of those mid-morning, 3 a.m. lives, you have to at least send me a link.
I will.
So I can watch it after.
Wake up.
Because I still do turn my phone off at 9 p.m. It's set up for that sleep thing, which I've completed now, so I don't have to do that anymore. But yeah, I still actually need to sleep some consecutive hours, and that rarely happens. So,
well, they say that you should set an alarm to go to bed as well as setting an alarm to get up, because then you allocate yourself the amount of hours that is actually needed for the next day.
And that is
I think
what
I
I
might
had
need
done.
to do that.
Yeah, right. That is what I had done. So my phone would go to sleep at 9:00.
My appliances turn off at 10 o'clock. That's it. They go to
Yeah,
nighttime.
exactly.
They don't make a sound. They don't beep.
Right. I don't get any
Nighttime.
notifications unless I leave a computer on, which I've done once or twice.
Yeah.
And the sound comes through the computer, and the cat will come and wake me up. It's like there's some
She's
alarm
telling you,
going. Would you?
Mom, something's happening.
Yeah, but honestly, somebody was asking about her. Yeah, she's not doing really well tonight. I'm not sure. I don't know cats. I don't know what she's trying to tell me, and I can't quiet my mind enough to meditate with her that I can get her thoughts. I know a lot of people that do, and I have a friend I'm going to call tomorrow to see. But I know she's not doing well because she's walking around and losing her balance.
Yeah,
and that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
No,
But she's still eating, and she's still getting rid of what she's eating. And
that's the key. If she can still, eat and go poop, there you
right.
go.
And so
if the animal is still eating, then the animal is still well enough to eat, because the animal will stop eating if they're very ill.
And that much I know, because I've had dogs that did that before.
Yeah.
But this is my first cat that I've had this long. So I'm kind of watching and learning. And a friend tried to give me a kitten the other day. It's like, no, I wish, no, I don't know. But because I want
all of your fabric would be shredded to bits if you have a cat.
Exactly.
It will
and all the yarn.
shred it.
Yeah.
Yes,
this one's already trained. She already knows what's good and what's leave it alone kind of thing. And I don't anticipate having another. If I were to get another animal, which is a big if. Yeah, because I really don't want to do that. It would be a senior animal. So they already set in their ways.
A rescue.
Oh, definitely a rescue. Yeah, I don't want kittens. Thank you. No more babies. I'm done with the babies. Yes, Mama Jane, I see that life isn't about the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away.
Absolutely.
That. Yes.
I love Mama Jane. I love everybody in here. I love everybody.
It's such a cuddle pile. Who is that? Van said that earlier. Cuddle puddle. We call them puppy piles. Because like how puppies all
they all smush together.
That's one of the things I love so much about my campouts, the puppy piles.
Too much love.
My dog had 5 puppies. I was terrified because I'd never been around a dog giving birth, but she gave birth to 5 puppies, and it was beautiful watching them grow. They were about this size when they were born. Very, very small, because she's a Cavachon, and that was beautiful. They were so tiny. I was a bit scared, but the dog knew what she was doing. It was like, I'll follow your lead. You know what you're doing. I'm here with you.
Puppy breath.
Lokamai has had puppies, and
I've seen the videos.
No, my son is so funny. Every Friday he's like, "Where's the puppies? Where's the puppies?" Because they're just so little. It's so cute.
Yeah. It's been fun watching them grow,
And they're getting so big. It's like every week, and then we didn't see her for a week, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, what happened? They like doubled in size. What happened?"
I'm sending hearts to Hen as well, although I've not got a chat, just because she loves them too, Fanta.
Stop it.
Yes.
Stop it.
Enough with the love.
Love, 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 love.
All you need.
Sorry, I'm a weirdo.
All you need is love. Come on, everybody sing.
All you need is love. Love.
Love.
Love. All you need.
With all the different time lags, that would have been.
And that's what was happening on Plumie's yesterday morning as people were singing. It's so funny. I saw it, E. Thurman. Awesome. Thank you. It's in the Discord, guys, if you want to look at it.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Cute.
I've been in Discord all day today.
You haven't been?
Good.
No, I haven't been paying attention. I mean, I got kind of. I'm just doing the house-ish.
There's certain Discords that I'm in that I tend to check maybe once a day because it's not my Discord, but there might be somebody I've been wanting to speak with or have been led to talk to, and I will go into specific chats or Discords where I know that they frequent, and yeah, I'll get in, look for them, and then get out because there's so much going on there that I don't need. Don't need it. Got to stay positive. And you know, guys, as you're trying to move more positively forward in your life, you'll find there's a lot that will start to not be as interesting as it used to be.
Right.
You'll find that there's things that it's like, why am I watching this? Or why am I listening to this? Or why am I doing this action? And little by little, those negative things or things that start feeling negative to you,
they will lift.
You realize you can let them go.
You don't think about them anymore. They're not there.
So yeah,
I was telling Hen something the other day when we were talking backstage. I don't have a pencil close to me, but if you're not in the habit of smiling, which I was not in the habit of smiling for a long, long time, it's just a little trick. If you take a pencil and hold it, it tricks your mouth, and it's a muscle thing, and eventually you start to do this.
Especially if you go by a mirror and see yourself with a pencil in your mouth.
Yeah, you'll really laugh. At that.
I have a good one too. So if you're having trouble smiling and you're feeling down and feeling low, look up at your ceiling and just start smiling at it. Make yourself smile at your ceiling. You feel like the biggest dork on the planet, but
you have to laugh.
But then you start. Then all of a sudden you start laughing. Yeah. It totally works. You're sitting there like, what am I doing? And just sit there till you start laughing. Yes. It works.
And you will laugh for real. It will not be just pretend. It will be a real giggle.
Aw. Canine Rescue, if you click on the link for Discord, it should take you to mine and you just hit join. If you don't already have one, you just put your name in there. And it's a free service. You don't have to be there if you don't want to, but it is definitely a way to keep in contact with people through the day. If we since we're not all of us use our real names or our given names, legal names, that's another way to keep in contact. So it's not something you have to do, and you're really not missing out. But I do have other learning tools, if you will, on my Discord to help people towards their spiritual stuff. And we have a guest backstage that has recently made her debut on YouTube, and I'm proud to introduce my friend, Miss Katie K.
Yay, yay.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I'm not on camera. My cheeks are so red. I was actually I don't even remember what I was going to say now.
I'm so sorry.
I'm all embarrassed.
I'm going to start giving good intros for everybody because everyone deserves them.
So know that. For sure.
Kate, you've been doing a lot of personal work lately. You've been doing a lot of, soul searching and improvements that we've talked about quite a bit.
So much love for you in the chat.
I'm really trying. It's one thing that I feel like because I've gotten so depressed, I feel like I haven't been as positive as I usually am. And I've been picking up on drama and stuff like that more lately. And I'm like, no, get away.
Yeah,
back.
I actually was going to, I remember what I was going to say. Oh, yeah. One thing that I do to just kind of help spread positivity, and I actually talked about this the other night with Jet's mom, but and it sounds really dumb and corny, and my mom says that it sounds like I'm being fake, but I promise you I pick genuine things to say. But like if I'm at work or if I'm at the store or out in public, I will pick things about somebody, like if I see somebody with a cool shirt or pretty hair or something like that, and I just try to compliment people, because you never know how that one little compliment will change their whole day.
Yeah.
If you
Exactly.
say
Yeah,
hello
absolutely.
or smile, you may be the only person that smiles at that person that
Exactly.
day, but you smiled. You smiled. So,
Yeah.
it can make a huge difference.
Part of that planting seeds I talk about so often. And there are ways, there are oh God, what are they called? You're not complimenting the person on their physical, but you're complimenting them on a way they did something. I never thought of doing it that way. That's amazing. Or one of the things I've done recently is, okay, honestly, I don't know how to pick up a cantaloupe, how to pick a cantaloupe or a watermelon. I've always let somebody else do that for me. So every time I go in the grocery store now, I say, "Excuse me, can you tell me, how do you pick a cantaloupe? How do you know if it's good or not? And whether it's a good one or not, this person starts talking about something they like." And my father told me a long time ago, because he's been dead a long time. I'm sorry. My father told me a long time ago that it's more important to be interested than interesting. Because you'll make a longer lasting impression.
Yeah.
Because you thought of them and you spoke with them and you took the time to listen.
Yeah.
So, Katie K, what you were saying that you're doing, keep on doing that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And I tried to explain it to my mom, and she was like, "Be careful." And I'm like, "No, I don't care. If they take it that way, they take it that way."
But your mom's probably my age, boomer, right? And she's probably used to having to live in fear.
Yeah.
And you just don't talk to strangers, and you don't look anybody in the eye, and all those New York things that I grew up with.
I was gonna say, I've never felt that way. I've always said hello to people, and I have some random conversations, and I sort of, I use public transport a lot, so I start talking to someone at the bus stop.
I talk to people on the bus as well. I think maybe it's a UK thing.
Some people think you're mad, and other people don't. Can I just say we've got another K in the chat? Hello, Cherry K.
Hey, Cherry K,
Hi,
my
Cherry.
love. How are you?
Hi, Cherry K.
I haven't seen you for ages. It's so nice to see you.
Hey, Katie K, I don't know if you can see the chat, but E. Thurman is saying, I have noticed you stepped away from the online drama. I'm assuming you're talking to Katie K. That you're so E. Thurman is so proud of you for doing what is healthy and positive for you. So props to you, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cat Lynn, it's tickling me to death. See, there's my alarm. Tickle me to death to hold doors open for people again and seeing smiling faces, right? Oh, look, Katie K, you are always my favorite to talk to online.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Thurman.
I love talking to you.
Yeah, see?
All of y'all, really. Y'all are, everyone is so amazing, especially in like our little nice group we've created.
It's wonderful. I'm so thrilled that we have all had a part in creating this. Canine Rescue is saying, I step back from all of the chats that are involved with drama going on. Don't need that. I get online to relax and have some positive interaction, not talk about people behind their backs. Yay for you. Because it's not needed. And it's not conducive to anything. It does no good. It definitely doesn't lift anybody up. So, kudos to everyone who has stepped back from drama. Pat yourselves on the back.
Unless something is affecting you personally, stay out of it.
Exactly.
And that goes back to those 4 agreements, too. Be impeccable with your word.
It wasn't me this
time,
guys.
If I'm going to say something that I don't want someone else to hear, that I can't
don't say it.
I'm sorry. Go on.
Just don't
I know, right? It wasn't me this time. It wasn't me. But I'm thrilled that you guys are getting it, because it's I can't stop talking about the 4 agreements, because it's made a wonderful difference in my life. And it is about not taking things personal. It is about not assuming things. It is about being the best you can be. And it is about being impeccable in your speech, trying to say what you're trying to say in the best way possible and hoping that that person receives it with the intention you're putting out there. And all you can do is your best, right? So yeah, it all gets back to don't assume. And if you happen to find yourself in a channel that is surrounded by drama and built upon drama on drama on drama, what are you doing there? I mean, you might be think you're supporting a friend. In that case, support the friend, say the positive things, but don't read the chat and don't respond to the chat because you'll get pulled down. It's like, okay, who remembers the movie? Oh, was it Ghost? Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore? Was that Ghost? Okay, remember when the bad guy got pulled in by the shadows?
Yes.
When he passed and he didn't realize he was dead, and all of a sudden he saw these shadows coming out and they dragged him away? That's what it does. That's what negativity does. That's what drama does. That's what all the channels do.
Also about with that, there's also a positive way you can stand up for someone. And I kind of, I have a bad habit here and there of like when I feel like, oh, this person's my friend, how dare that person do something like that? And like, look on she's pulled me back a couple times.
Right.
But like, there's a positive way you can address it too.
Yeah,
you can still address it, but in a positive way.
There's a phrase I use.
Sometimes, not always.
There's a phrase I use, and it's to do with the Wizard of Oz, and it's not my circus, not my monkeys. My monkeys have wings.
Yeah.
But to get back to what Katie K was saying, if it's okay to stand up and it's okay to speak your piece. However, sometimes chat is not the best place to do that.
That's true.
So if you're trying to do that, especially if you're trying to do that in somebody else's chat, it can backfire horribly. I found that out personally, and I'm still butthurt over some of it. But you know what? It's their life. It's their life. It's their chat. It's their choice, and I don't have to be there, and I don't have to listen. We love you too, Mama Jane.
Love you, Mama Jane.
Canine Rescue says, that's what I find most amusing is that Mama these people really don't know each other yet, and they act like high school kids taking sides. It's silly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, they don't know each other. Oh, they probably will never know each other because it's online. It's as much as I love this community, we don't know each other truly until you meet someone in real life.
Sit down with a cuppa.
You don't know them. You don't know them. And it is important to have them real life connections as well.
Yeah.
It is. And even though we're sending each other wonderful videos and information and calling and chatting and things, I want you to know, I feel like I know you guys, gals, whatever. But honestly, you know me as well as I want you to. As I allow it, because there's so much I'm not going to say on a live stream, but you guys pretty much know me. I mean, there's I'm pretty transparent as far as that goes. So,
what you see is what you get. Yeah,
pretty much.
This is me. This is
what I try.
Yeah,
I try.
But you won't necessarily share your full history, because that's your history, and you'll only share that with people that you're really close to.
That you feel safe with.
Also, that is very true. But there's also the side of things like if certain people that I talk to online reached out to me privately, like not on a live, I would be totally comfortable just being like, here's all my baggage.
Right.
Here's my life.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you're right. It is harder to open up to people when it's not somebody you are that comfortable with.
And I'm still at a point where
personally,
when I'm on panel with you guys, I'm talking to you guys and it's like we're sitting around a table having a cup of coffee or something or tea or whatever. And I have to remind myself, this is a live YouTube.
People can see this. Yes.
Yes. There are people that are not active in the chat, that are still watching, and I love you guys for watching, and I love the replay team. But the thing is, I may not want all of the pictures of me trying on wigs in my onesie out there.
Everybody, yes.
You know? So I had to learn to edit. And anybody that wants that particular stream, you need to contact me in Discord, and I'll decide whether or not I want you to see it. But
You're so cute.
well, I went back on that. And I thought, oh my God, YouTube's forever. What the heck have I just done? So yeah,
I remember that.
We enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
that was a
Hey,
rude
I'm gonna
awakening.
hop off here. I gotta go talk to my daughter. Her little friend is calling and texting me. So
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'll
Oh,
catch
It's
up
good
in
to
a chat.
see you. Okay, we'll see you
Bye.
later. Thanks for coming up.
Mama
Alright, bye.
dramas.
Yeah,
Oh, she's
yeah.
so
It was funny. Canine Rescue. It was kind of funny because there were some pictures in there of things that I
cute.
yeah.
You know,
It was fun
on that
though.
note too, the YouTube, as much as you know, I'm right there with you guys on both sides because it's not the real world.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't be nice to people, and you just can't be kind,
Yeah.
you know, it gets
It's
really
as much of the
convoluted really fast.
it
And it's
can
not worth
it
it.
can,
If
which is
if
why.
you,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh no, I was just saying if you don't, if the community that we've all kind of created together, we keep it light, we keep it fun, we keep it positive. We are silly sometimes, we're goofballs sometimes. Sometimes
And
we're
most
talking
of us
about
are
really
transparent.
serious, heavy stuff
Yeah.
and sharing our own story. And
Yep.
you know, I love that. I love that freedom that we have with each other
Me too.
and that trust that we have created. Even though you're right hand, we don't really know each other. But I mean, I also agree with Rosalie. I feel like I know y'all.
Yeah.
I know you guys better than I know some of my neighbors, and they've lived here for years.
Right.
And I know you guys better than them. And I've only known you guys for a month, 2 months, something like that. Really, when I've came into your group, and you have been absolutely wonderful, so welcoming, and such a wonderful place to be.
Well, you're such a lovely person, Margot. We love having you in our group.
It's so beautiful. It is.
Definitely.
It's a cozy corner of YouTube.
Yeah, it is.
We're going there.
We've done well. We've all done well to
I
make
could
that
just listen
happen.
to you talk all day. Actually, all three of you.
I know. I love Margot and Hen's voices. I love to hear them talk. E. Thurman is saying, I also came from a place of my past is my past. And if it weren't for those things, it wouldn't make me who I am today. I'm damn proud of who I am and what I've accomplished. And you should be. All of us should be.
Absolutely.
I encourage everyone, if you're not at that point yet, to try and find your way to a point where look back on what you've been through. Look back just for a moment, what you survived, what you've grown through, what you learned from that, and look where you are now. And my God, you're an incredible being. Each one of you, you guys got to know that you're incredible people. And I'm thrilled that you found my chat and that you've learned from here and you're teaching me and others and we're all having this wonderful learning experience together. I love this stuff. I really do.
And you know, we're all gonna have times where things get low. Things aren't gonna feel great, you know, or we're gonna go through, I mean, I suffer with some depression here and there, and that's what I'm so glad I've watched myself lifting out of depression by working with you guys in many ways and becoming, you know, it's been a huge blessing in my world, in my life, and I'm thankful for everyone.
I know how you feel. Yeah.
Canine Rescue, we should email, okay? I put my email in chat. Contact me, and because I know we're close. I know you're closer to me than Uniquely Limitless Martinez, Sandra Martinez.
Can I just say, Cherry K, please reach out to me.
Oh, honey.
You know how to contact me, and I'm there for you if you need someone to talk to.
Same here, Cherry K. We've had
Cherry.
conversations, so that's how we roll, homies, together.
Side by side.
Yep.
Like I said, at the moment we're all really close, but who's to say where we'll be in 12 months' time? We may all go off in different directions, but it doesn't mean that this time together hasn't been worthwhile.
Yeah, it's why you live for the moment.
Yes.
Live in the moment, Let it envelop you.
Be fully present.
Who knows when...
Okay.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, Marco, go.
No, Jet's mom.
Oh, no, I was going to say something silly. I remember I was flying from Australia to New Zealand, and there was this movie on, and it was Kevin Costner and Jennifer Aniston, and I cannot remember the name of the movie, but they were in an airplane too, and I'm watching this on an airplane, and the line was "Be present." That's all I remember of the entire movie was the lines "Be present," and I'm like, right, whoa.
Yeah, it's deep.
Whoa. And I was probably
present.
24, 25, I don't know, 24-ish.
Present
like,
in this
wow.
moment.
Be present.
I would say over the last 15 years, I've had a long time to think. It's pat yourself in a long time to think. And to think, why didn't I react like that when that happened? And maybe that was 25 years ago. But that's all to do with wisdom. But knowing that when something happens now, I live in the moment. I don't know how long that moment's going to last, but I live in the moment. And grab
it's
on.
You learn with maturity, isn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely. I agree because we're all on that slightly older age scale.
not Jet's mom. Jet's mom is really young. I think she's a babe in arms compared, but Hen, you're still quite young. And me and you, I'm very happy. Me and you can just be side by side buddies. I'm delighted with that.
I thought we're all 29. Are we all 29? I'm
yes,
still
29.
Forever.
I'm still 29 forever.
Yes, forever.
Canine Rescue.
My mom's 29 and my grandma, bless her heart, passed away a couple of years at 29.
At 29? How about that?
We're all 29.
Canine Rescue had posted that I don't know how much longer I have on this earth. None of us do. So just trying to make sure all my important relationships are in place. I want them to be when I pass on, as we should.
Yes.
Most are in a good place. And that's really important. And again, that was brought up quite a while back in the chat, but it was a good time to bring it back because we all are, as Marco is saying, we are all just maybe a bit older and maybe wisdom is creeping in, and it's time to actually look at things in better light and better attitude, better vision, perspective.
I'd say as you're older, emotion doesn't react first. It's more logic. But when you're younger, it's definitely the emotional reaction that comes first. So.
Yeah,
so
you're all up in your field.
For my husband,
yeah,
he's from New York, though. That's a totally different thing.
That's a whole different world.
Just kidding.
That's a whole different world. I had to break those chains too. It was a challenge. Sherry K, I hope you're seeing all the love for you in chat.
Yes.
Where it's Phantasmagorical says she's in her 20s. Yeah, she's 20. Yeah, we're 29. We're all 29, right?
29.
Well, to be fair, sometimes I'm 29, right? 12. Sometimes I feel about 12, especially when I'm in chat with Jet's mum and we start talking naughty things. You know,
we all go back to third grade.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else does, but I do silly things still and childhood things. I play doublers. I don't know what that's called in America. Hen?
What did you call it?
Doublers. With the two tennis balls up against the wall.
Okay, yeah. 2 balls we used to call it, but I get you.
We called it doublers, and you took 2 tennis balls and you would bounce one and then you would change hands and then you would put it under your leg and you would bounce it again, you would put it under the other leg and then you would twirl, and I still do that. I still go outside and do that up against the wall. It's and I try to do cartwheels, but I'm not so great at them anymore.
I love it.
I know my limits. We used to call that stoop ball.
Oh, and
because we played on the flats, brownstones all had steps coming out. We called them stoops. So we'd have to go sit on the stoops, and we'd take the ball and hit it off the one step, and then off 1-2 steps, and then so I get it. That's cool.
I was at an event right before COVID, and these girls were doing double dutch
Jump rope.
Jump rope.
ropes.
And it was so funny. I was just watching them and like, do you want to jump in? I'm like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was thinking to myself today, I'd like to go up to the woods with my boys on their bikes.
Mhm.
They go down, because where I live there's it's a steep hill woods.
Mhm.
It's beautiful woods. But they sort of like, when we used to go up, they'd go so fast, no brakes whatsoever. Like, I'm like putting on my brakes all the way down, going as slow as possible, because I don't want to kill myself, you know.
No.
Mhm.
But I'd like to just go up there and have some fun with them, even if they go off and ride on their bikes and I sit there and have a picnic and watch them, or not
Yeah.
actually watch them, but just have some quality time together. You know, and it's something we haven't done since they were teenagers, and I don't know if they'd be up for it. I know my son went up there recently, because where he's moved to is just around the corner from the woods. And you know,
Sounds lovely.
my oldest son, but I don't know if my youngest son would be up for it. So, but it'd be nice just to go up there one day and just have a chill couple of hours,
Yeah.
just having fun and letting them play as kids again.
Yeah,
Right.
and seeing them being as kids again, just
Yeah.
seeing them being that free, climbing a tree,
Yeah,
you know,
making a
picking up
rope swing.
picking up
I
a
do
branch,
bubbles.
pretending
bubbles.
it's
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
sword,
bubbles is fun.
anything. Yeah.
Funny enough, you say about bubbles. I saw bubbles in the shop today, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I love bubble guns.
Oh,
I
bubble
have-
guns are amazing.
I
I'm
have
looking
bubbles
around here. I
under
have.
my sink. I
See?
have bubbles. Yes.
How
I
can you
have
not like
bubbles in-
bubbles? Bubbles are great.
Yes, I have one of those things. I know I got it at the dollar store. It's like a tube this long with
bubble
the
wand.
bubble wand in it.
Yeah.
Yes, and
they're
it makes
so
those
good.
huge bubbles.
You go, oh,
Yeah, it's amazing. And at camp, we take the baby pool with the hard
Uh-huh.
side plastic, and we
I
make a
have that
bubble
for my
solution in
string.
that.
Yeah.
And
I
we
have
make a
that for
bubble
my
solution.
dogs.
Yeah, and we do a circle of rope with two
Uh-huh.
sticks on it, and we bring it up over the people.
Over your body. It's so
Yeah,
fun.
Yeah.
it's so much
You
fun.
can
It's so much
do
fun.
that with a hula hoop, can't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, and
Hula hooping is a great exercise.
yes.
Hula hooping is a great fun exercise to do.
And they have
When
light up hula hoops that are great
Yeah.
around the
Oh,
fire
I
circle.
did
It's
not know
amazing.
they had light up
Yeah.
hula hoops.
Yeah.
I'm gonna invest in one of those and do
They're-
a video at night time, so all you
Yes.
can see is the circle doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look for
That's so funny you
YouTube.
said that, because we do glow sticks. We get them at the dollar store.
Yes.
We have
And
glow sticks. Oh,
We dive for glow sticks in the pool at night.
That's wonderful. The
Unfortunately,
glow-
our pool gets kind of deep, so they end up sitting there for a little while till the next day. Sometimes.
I love
It happens.
doing silly things. Absolutely love
but
doing silly things.
the light up hula hoop, if you Google it, light up hula hoop or lit hula hoop,
Mhm.
you'll see it. And I know it was on Amazon last year because I was going to get one. And then there was this another thing for it's like a whip, but it's got a light in it, and it's got the fibers that are cut at different spaces. So when they whip it around, and it's in the dark by the fire, of course, you see this rainbow effect, and they make all kinds. Oh my God, it was wonderful! It was wonderful. Yeah, and that was a little bit out of my price range last year, but maybe next year. Maybe next year I'll have it for camp. There's those fun things, and this is the kind of stuff that I'm sure that goes on at Burning Man is a big thing out in the West.
Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to go.
Me too. Guess what?
Oh my no!
I will come get
is
you
that
in the
going to be
van.
it? We have to get it. Oh, it's changed a lot now, though.
Yeah, it's not what
it's
it was.
not. It's actually kind of like
Coachella now.
It's bartering Coachella, I guess is what you call it now. But my aunt and my uncle, they're so cute. They used to go when it was just beginning. We thought they come
when it was cool, the cool hippies, right?
Yeah, it was more of like a hippie, witchy convention with art and lots of nudity. Like they'd ride their bikes naked,
right? Which has to be uncomfortable with all that sand.
Now it's turned into quite the kind of bougie drug fest. But I can actually send you a picture. I'll post it on your Discord. If I can find it. My mom and dad flew over it in one of their, and they took a picture of it.
I have Googled all things Burning Man and the pictures are incredible.
I'm
What
gonna
they
have
are
to
able
Google
to
this.
post, Burning Man,
If
and
you do it as an adult, like where we are now,
yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna want to go with a good group. Like you're gonna have to have a
yeah,
group
yeah,
because
because
it's
you'll get
not really
lost
something you
otherwise.
can just go to like a festival, like a.
Yeah, you'll get lost. It's huge.
You need to go with a actual assorted group, and then there's things you can do if you. It's expensive, and you can actually join these basically they're the ones that go and set it up ahead of time, and you get a discounted something, and I think those are great groups to start off with if you're looking into
Maybe
something
someday.
like that.
Maybe someday.
We used to sit. So my parents' cabin, I'm telling you about,
Mm-hmm.
when everybody drives back home from Burning Man,
Yeah.
we watch them.
Wow.
We can sit on these rocks, and they
Pretty
have
cool.
these caravans of. Just,
You would just
they're
see
all
them
dirty, and everybody's
going
like
along.
covered in like their whole. It's because you're in the middle of the desert in the dust. I have no idea what they're thinking, but
Right.
it sounds
Free land.
fabulous. It sounds
Free
fabulous.
land.
I'm
But I think
guessing
it's more of a
Burning Man is
drug-fueled
like Glastonbury
partaking thing
here.
now.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So there's a Glastonbury festival here every year.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Glastonbury's been around forever. You've probably all heard of Glastonbury. It's
Yeah.
world famous.
I know about Glastonbury.
Burning Man we've heard of as well. I've
Yeah.
heard of Burning Man. Margot, have you heard of Burning Man?
I'd never heard of Burning Man.
I've
but
heard the name of it. I don't know what it's about, but I'm guessing it's very similar to Glastonbury, which is like a big music festival, but there's all sorts of things that go on. And Glastonbury's always muddy. So you've got the desert, we've got mud.
You take your
It
wellies.
always rains at Glastonbury. I've never been myself. It is something I'd like to do.
Yeah.
I've never been to I've never been to any sort of concert. Crowds tend to do this to me. So I'm being outside and the nature, I am in my element.
Yeah.
I'm very happy there, but crowds tend to make me feel a bit anxious. So I just don't put myself in that position. It's like, no, okay, scary biscuits. But I would love to. I mean, a concert sounds wonderful. I've heard the energy at a concert is it's bouncing, and you can feel the vibes from everybody.
Well, Margaret, if you ever feel brave enough, and hopefully I'll get it back up running next year or the following year, is my little festival.
Yes.
It's not big crowds.
Well, that's not too bad. But Glastonbury's huge. It's like Tea in the Park up here. Tea in the Park in Scotland, they go for 4 days. You camp for 4 days, and the festival music just goes on for 4 days. So they just take the tent, camp in the park, wear your wellies, and listen to good music. But that's been like terrifying to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
All those people.
So Erin, the Burning Man is yes, it's all inclusive, and I think anytime you put any art community together, because that's where it really started as with the Burning Man. What they do is they build the Burning Man, then they burn the Burning Man at the end of the festival. It's kind of that's what I call it. That.
Mm-hmm. That's very pagan.
It seems, but I think essentially it's made to sound very artsy and pagan. But it started out turned into these very drug fueled festival-ish. But everything's
it is
barter.
now. But that's now.
So you can't buy things there. You have to barter everything.
Oh, okay.
At least that's how it was when I think I may have seriously considered going. I had an invite with the ticket at one point, but my son was young, so it was not happening. I don't think it's like my cool aunt and uncle that went there anymore. I think it's changed quite a bit.
Yeah, it really has. It started out as an event focused on community art, self-expression, self-reliance, and it was held in Western United States in Nevada, Black Rock Desert in Pershing County, Nevada, USA, or Nevada, depends.
Nevada.
But it started out just because there was no place for these artists to go and express themselves in a huge way, because some of the monoliths they make, some of the creations they put out there, I mean, they bring so much and make these humongous statues and stuff that move, that look different from different angles. They have a solitude. They put up I want to say it's a yurt, but it's made out of wood. It's all temporary because they bring it, they pack in, pack it out, right?
Mhm.
And so they have a solitude, no, a meditation room that 24/7 anybody can be in there meditating.
Nice.
They have places where there are bands and music and stuff. There's places where you could build up your art. I mean, there's so many different things that if you do burningman.org, it'll give you the information you're looking for.
My uncle was an artist too. And he worked on the railroads for his whole life. And it's really sad. He ended up passing away, 15 years ago. And it was one of those really quick passings where he had some sort of probably chemicals from his job affected him quickly. But he had spent the last, he just built making art. He's always been an artist, but he really was, once he retired, that's what he focused on. And him and we call her Little Auntie because she's tiny. My son named her Little Auntie. Because my husband and I were very tall. And so Little Auntie, they have a house, they have a little 1-bedroom condo in Maui, so they'd be there for part of the year. And then he has his art studio here. She still lives part of the year right next to us, like 2 blocks away. And he had this beautiful art studio. He did jewelry and painting and sculpture. I mean, he did everything. So no wonder Burning Man was something that reached out to him at those times. And so that's how my parents would just giggle when they tell their stories. They just giggle because it sounds crazy for people to be naked on bikes, like
it sounds painful to be riding naked on bikes.
Have your shorts on.
With that much sand,
or at least a very comfortable seat, I guess.
A saddle, a wee saddle.
KDK, I will look for that email. I got lost in chat. Sorry, guys. And my eldest is texting me. He should be in bed right now.
Yeah, I've been watching the chat. There's been lots going on in the chat. It's been really interesting to watch.
I'm not able to see the chat.
We have some wonderful people in chat.
I'm so sorry.
KDK says, always had anxiety in a crowd, but didn't know what it was. I would go to the mall and be mentally drained after. Yeah, empath.
Yeah.
I figured out what it was when I was 23. I have tricks right now.
I cannot go shopping. I hate going shopping.
Yeah.
The bars, I was always the person that had to get wasted at a bar to be able to have fun. I could not go to a bar with my friends as a kid, or a pub, as you call it, because I was not, I couldn't handle it because the energy, it's overwhelming. So I have to get
it can be, right?
Wasted.
Oh, hey, Rocky Bayou, Mountain Man. Thanks for joining.
Love the name. Beautiful name.
We've just been chatting away. We've had all kinds of discussions here tonight. So welcome to the group. And Katie says, whoa, she's way behind in the chat. No, I am behind in the chat. Naked biking. Yeah. And it's in the middle of a desert. Right. That sand is going to be everywhere.
I saw something. There's an event that goes on in the UK where they literally on the streets they bike naked.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be brave enough to do that. I might go down to the underwear, but I don't think I'd go full naked. Can you imagine that? Ouch, the saddle.
That's what I was thinking. It's a bit sore.
Excellent, Rocky Bayou.
I'll turn my intellectual side back on.
No, we like you the way you are. I'm sorry. I keep getting their names mixed up, and I'm not doing it on purpose. It's like I'm looking at a comment that Catlin made, and I'm reading KDK's, or I'm looking at something KDK wrote, and I'm saying Catlin's name, or Canine Rescue's name, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not doing it on purpose. Just an old woman getting lost. Okay.
You probably came in when we're talking about naked biking.
Yeah, right.
Even though it was quite the actual holistic concept.
Content.
All about content, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
we
goodness.
were talking about the festivals when he started to talk. So, we were talking about festivals.
Very good. Very good. And coming from the folk music capital of the world, Rocky, where would that be? Because I'm not smart about folk music. Love it, just not real smart about it yet.
Depends what you have with folk music.
Now.
Because I would class where Margot lives as the folk music capital of the UK.
You guys. Mountain View, Arkansas.
It's a lovely place to live.
Phantasmagorical. He's in Arkansas. Just saying.
Don't you start.
Yeah, we all need a K. We all need a K name here, right?
I think we already figured that out for her.
And K9, I did see that you sent me an email. I will look for it after the live. Thank you. Yeah, because we could definitely do lunch or something, I'm sure. So yeah, everybody needs a K name.
I want to do lunch with all you guys.
I want to be a Karen because I'll put on my work hair and I can be a Karen.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny the other day. That was so funny. I was like,
somebody asked me if it was a mullet. It was like,
I did.
I guess it could be. Yeah, I guess it could be. I just because I have my sleeves all rolled up.
Birkenstocks and a Subaru. I wasn't sure.
I had a Subaru. Stop.
I love Subarus. I'm totally lying. I love Subarus. I'm being silly.
With the comment, we all need a K name here. I'd be called Ken. Hello, Ken.
Right? Karen says no Karens. Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to be a Karen, and I want to talk to your manager, all right?
Caroline.
If Erin had a K, she'd be Karen.
I'll be Katrina.
Oh,
Katrina.
awesome.
Is that
that's a nice one.
Beautiful the way you say it.
Katarina.
Katarina.
My middle name's Catherine.
I know, right, Fanta?
Catherine.
Etherin's going to change her name to a K name. Carol Lang. Yes, Carol Lang. Oh, you guys are so funny.
I like it.
Stop.
I would just call me Courtney. With a K.
Definitely.
If you change my aim, I would be called Cargo.
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 Ken and Cargo.
Listen, you guys, in within travel distance, Kat Lynn has the retreat going to be opening up soon, and we're going to set up a retreat for whoever can make it. We'll get all that worked out once the place really opens. But Kat Lynn, that would be incredible. That would be at least. Yeah, no worries. No rush.
Yeah.
But 2022, no worries. You like my accent, Cherry K? That's a cross between Chandler's girlfriend Janice and Fran Drescher, Fanny Fine.
I'll be California with the K.
I love it.
There you go.
Absolutely. I love it.
Oh, Phantasmagorical, you're so funny. You are so funny.
That's what started me laughing.
Oh, that makes sense. That's funny. Let's see. Tri-State, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia. Well, that's doable. That's pretty doable. So yeah, we'll have to look into that. Once told my kids that I changed my name to shit because they were not allowed to say that. I did not hear the word mama for about 5 hours.
I remember my mum saying I'm changing my name, and I went, Dad. I've got a clip round the ear roll for that one.
Scottish, Irish, German, Texas. So let's figure out my K name. I'm sorry, I almost said Cooter. Because you're from Texas. Cooters. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, that's pretty funny. I'm sorry. Oh, there you go. Can it be Callie? It's just mom. Wouldn't it? Yeah, that'd be wonderful, Catlin. That would be amazing. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Are y'all turning into Kardashians with the K names? Yeah, Cherry K, Miss Cherry K.
I went to college with one of them.
Did
Went to
you?
college with Kardashian?
Oh dear.
She wasn't. No one knew who she was yet. I mean,
Of course not.
Wasn't an experience though.
It was for her too, right?
I just saw her a couple times. I knew who she was. It's Chloe, by the way.
Oh, that would be fun. An hour from Bristol, Virginia, an hour from Asheville, North Carolina, and about 2 hours from Gatlinburg, Tennessee. That sounds like a lovely space because I could see it nestled in the mountains. That sounds beautiful. Okay, Phantasmagorical, there's your answer. He's asking, what is grunge?
That'll be your answer. Stick with lemon pie.
Now.
Lemon.
Now.
It's a genre of music that some people like.
Really love.
Wow. Kuda McGraw is a country singer. Well, how can she be anything else, or he be anything else with that kind of name? You have to be a country singer, right? No, that you're all good, Rocky. It's no worries. I'm just glad you're listening. I'm glad you found my channel. So I'm hoping you're having a good time here. Let's see. Gatlinburg. I know it's so beautiful there.
Katie K. Oh my goodness. Katie K.
Karen. Your mouth doesn't even move when you say Karen. You just put your smile on and say Karen. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I hear you.
We should explain to Rocky Barrow Mountain Man that we're teasing Fanta, not him.
No, we're just being silly. Yeah. Very super silly. That's a good point. We're not being intellectual.
No.
But you're the best looking hillbilly in the world. Where aren't you proud? I bet Mama's proud of you too. That's so nice. It's gorgeous. Two Creek meets on a property. Oh man, Catlin, stop it! I want to see it. That's why it's funny. Catching up. Stay away from anything named Cooter. Miss Abby. I'm sorry,
I think it does mean that, Cherry K. Oh.
She's telling me to get my butt to sleep. It's past bedtime. And feed me, bitch. That's what she's saying. Oh, yeah. She's not doing well tonight, guys. She'll be okay.
I thought Cooters was like,
what Cherry K said?
No, I thought it was Cooters, or I'm thinking something else. You know, when you get you like a rash or something. I don't know, something you pass on.
Cooties. That's cooties. Cooties.
Okay. Tell them not American.
And that's quite all right. Let's see. Love summer.
So it's Hooters and Cooters.
The latest post of me playing with my chainsaw. Is that a euphemism, sir? Just want to be clear.
Huh?
He said his latest post is him playing with his chainsaw. I wanted to be sure that's not a euphemism for something.
Oh. Did we switch over to Hen's chat? I'm not sure what just happened.
I'm sorry. I slipped.
I was wondering.
I'm sorry. I slipped.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, Canine Rescue. I got it. Just so you know. Didn't read it yet, but it's here. Let me get back. Yes, Fanta. Coochie. Cooter is coochie. Ethan says that's why it's spelled cooter. Yeah, but if it's country, it's still cooter.
Cooter.
I'll post a few pics I have in Discord. Okay, that'd be great, Catlin. Yeah, thanks, E. Thurman.
Oh my. Now.
Cooties, yeah. Thanks. Oh,
Can I just say?
Yes, ma'am.
The gentleman in the room said he was here for the intellectual conversation, and we went downhill from that moment onwards.
Excuse me? Did he actually say that?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I missed that. Let's back up and see.
That's why I told you I'm here to be intellectual. He told me I was being fine, so I just continued.
I'm scrolling back up. We were talking about Burning Man.
Yeah.
Naked bike riding.
Well,
Yes.
I'm further up than that. And the first thing I see from Mr. Rocky.
Oh, Rosalind, turn off the right brain. How's that fun?
No, it says good evening, everybody, but listening for a few before entering.
And then the next one comment down. The next comment down from him.
I listen for intellectual content before making and you found none and decided to come in. I
missed our intellectual content by like an hour.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Shall
We
I go
have
back
been
to
talking
ASMR?
We have the ability.
Oh, Cherry K. Yeah, I'm not going to highlight that, but thank you. Because we're trying to, yes, we were talking about spiritual awakenings and spiritual paths. And if that's where you want to get back to, we'll be happy to get back to it.
Yes.
I, for one, would be happy to return to that.
No.
I'm glad that you tell me what you found interesting enough that you came on live, that you welcomed yourself in, which we're pleased you did. But what caught your ear? What piqued your interest? That yeah, we're thankful for last, right?
Always.
That it caught your because spiritual. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Jet just said hi to everybody.
Oh, hi, Jet.
Hi, Jet.
That was my spiritual awakening. Was when my little jet landed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, Rocky, what was it that caught your? We were talking about spiritual awakening. Was there something specific? I know I put you on the spot. I'm sorry. Yes, that girl. I'm still going. Isn't it incredible? You were talking about a deeper self instead of just physical awareness. Yes, because we all have a deeper essence than what we share with the world. And once we get in touch with that, personally, once I get in touch with my deeper self or my higher self, then I look at the whole world differently. And anyone can do that. So, yeah, we've been having a lot of discussions like that around here.
I think you have to learn to love yourself as well. And that's a very big, hard thing to do.
And that's an ongoing thing.
Always.
That in order to love yourself, you have to learn the different parts of you that you've been blind to before.
Yeah.
That may be holding you stuck in place. That maybe your inner child needs to hear from you and do some work there, or shadow work, or the dark side work, which is shadow work. And I had to get to a place where I was not lying to myself anymore or deluding myself anymore. And I really had to look at what's going to propel me forward onto the path that I most want, where I could do the most good for the most number, greatest good for the greatest number kind of thing. And
that's what led you to here.
And here I am. Yeah. So I'm glad you're here. And I hope you hear something that makes sense to you. So,
and I think there's all kinds of spiritual practices because we all come from different backgrounds within our own spiritual practice. And, I think that's when you can start, because there is always a connect, right? And it doesn't matter whether you're connected just to universe energy, if you are, you have Christian Christ-like energy, or you're a Buddhist, or you are, I mean, I'm not big into defining that stuff because I think it all kind of rolls together for me personally, but it's a great resource because then you can start looking into things. I mean, some people just totally start loving numerology, or they start getting into playing with, oracle cards. And then tarot cards can be a little scary for a lot of people right at first, but the oracle cards are pretty soft and simple.
Yes.
And they're generally positive behind the message.
Yeah, it's a lot of good in the oracle cards.
Yeah, I mean, and they even have oracle cards that are based off of the tarot, but there's still positive spin on them.
Yes.
And I mean, that's one option. There's all kinds of, there's just doing things like what I talked about, doing feng shui, focusing on feng shui and just keep healing the energy of the home. So I mean, I personally, I love to get stoned, and I mean with crystals. So it's, there's all kinds of things, art projects, just getting into your art, getting into, it's a practice of working on something that may be something just to learn. And I think there's a lot of healing that comes with that too, with time.
I agree. And he says here that he's lived his life by never letting the fear of the unknown having power over his inner awareness, because once you allow fear over the unknown to have power over you, the unknown has power over your existence.
Yeah.
And that's really profound. And I'm really pleased for you that you were able to get to that space, because not everyone does. And we've all come from different chats. We've all met in different chats and different
Yes.
YouTube channels and found each other and kind of, I made this. And we came from different backgrounds of that, and we all have different walks. Like Jet's mom was just saying, we all had different walks of life. We all come from different cultures, yet we found common ground here. And part of it is realizing our own inner power. And part of what I'm doing, what I hope to do on this channel, is help people become aware of their own inner power and claim it and live in it, and not live in fear, but to turn towards hope, to turn towards joy, to turn towards things that lift you up. So I'm glad you're here.
Absolutely. And this is, I would add on to that, when anytime you ever hear the word fear, and I say this, you'll hear me say this quite a bit. And when you ask them what's the opposite of fear, just the average person might say the opposite of fear is happy. Well, the truth is the opposite of fear is love.
Yes.
And it's very, when you start focusing on that mantra, you start seeing, because we all know what love is on some level. On some level, that you understand love somewhat for most people, not all people, but
right.
I would say, generally speaking, on the people on the spiritual path, they have something that's digging at them to either help define this better, right? And that's, so when you see what he just said, that's exactly what comes to my mind, is that people would focus on anything that's fear, anger, frustration, anything that's fear-based behind it. Sometimes people are just jerks because they're in fear, right?
Yes.
They're just mean people because they're in fear of something.
Right.
Focus on that love. Focus on kindness and stuff, keeping the energy positive.
Yes. Phantasmagorical is asking Rocky, where do you post? A friend of hers carves with a chainsaw. She wanted to make sure that I get you that question. And then you also said, Rocky, that you've looked death in the eyes and that changed the way you exist because you're a military veteran. So one, I want to thank you for your service. Two, I'm glad you're still here.
Thank you.
And there are quite a few of us that have been near-death experiences or death experiences and come back. So you are in good company here, and feel free to share your stories as you feel fit. If it gets to be a little too heavy for anyone, I expect that they will let us know, and then we'll kind of back off for a bit. But everybody has free reign here to speak their story, and we're glad you're here. I know that looking death in the eye and knowing that, oh my God, this is it, definitely changes the way you look at things. Definitely changes the way you respond to things. And nothing much matters. Very little things have the same importance they did before that happened. So welcome back and welcome here. And again, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you found us. Yes, Canine Rescue. The moral is we all have common ground with everyone if we allow ourselves to be open to listening to each other. And listening to understand, not listening to respond, right? This one. Phantasmagorical, seen your question. All my post is not for numbers. I post what makes me feel good.
Yes.
Understood. But she was still wanting to know if you knew her friend who does it as well. That's all.
I think it was more she wanted to see what he posted because he was talking about his picture of him with the chainsaw. None of us post for numbers.
Yeah, none of us
here post
not
for
in
numbers.
here.
So it's a case we post I mean, if anyone's been on my channel, I just chat and we have laughs and we have giggles.
We have a lot
I don't
of giggles.
necessarily want my channel to grow, because if it grows, then giggles can go away.
Yeah, and I'm not looking to grow this channel in any huge way. I'm not looking to make any money here. I do have a link that people can buy me a cup of coffee if they want to give some sort of exchange for the wisdom or whatever they get out of the live. But I know this is more important to me than views or subscribers. Not that you guys aren't important, don't get me wrong. But it's more important than a numbers game. It's so much more to me that if the numbers go up or the numbers go down, whoever is meant to be here will be here. And they'll be here at the right time that they're supposed to be here. So, yeah. Welcome again. So, yeah. It is amazing. Mom Jane Star, my honor is not in my service. My honor is in serving with the great men and women who never came back home. My life is in honor of them.
Yes.
Bless you.
Goosebumps.
Bless you.
Yes, I did.
Yes, thank you for your service.
Heart. That did. That just hit my heart.
Right. And I thank you again for being here and finding us. So you're always welcome. Phantasmagorical is saying that same with her channel is about her interests and how she feels about certain things, not about the numbers either. Yeah, I don't think any of us here on the panel or in chat are about numbers at all. So welcome. I'll keep saying it. And welcome to everybody in chat. I am so glad you guys are all here. This is a cool community, right, guys?
Yeah. Absolutely.
loving
And
this.
I'd just like to say to the Mountain Man, I can't understand it. I mean, I've lost people I care about, but I can't understand. I feel empathy for what you've been through, because losing people that you care about is hard, and you do your best in life to honor their memory.
Hey, Rocky, is your channel name Rocky Bayou Mountain Man? Is that how we would find you? Yeah. Just curious. Because we would want to support you in whatever endeavors you are going forward with as well. So, right, Catlin, as long as you're meant to be here. Because I have had a troll.
Yeah,
I had a troll.
Did you?
We had one too in mine the other night. Rosalie, remember?
Oh, yes.
Yes, but I wasn't there for it.
Not that one. I'm not talking about, no.
Oh, that one.
The one before that one.
Yeah, that was.
Which probably is that one, now that I think about it.
Yeah, I'm thinking it is. And that was my first thought. That was the first picture I saw when you started talking about it. That's the face that came up. So
that just came to my mind. Dang it.
Okay. E. Thurman says, Rocky Bayou Mountain Man, I hope you find peace here. You are amazing. You are loved, and stand strong. Even when it gets hard, you have us to lean on. See how quick this group just loves on people? This is amazing. Phantasmagorical, I love you. We're all Coolio and the gang up in here. Look at you being all hood. Coolio and the gang. What? Oh, she's having a time, guys. This poor kitty. It's poor. Yes, KDK, I had a troll. And it was interesting because I was going to let it stand. And one of my wonderful mods quickly got it out of there. It was an ultra right Christian kind of God will smite you down or something.
Yeah,
and it's like, no, because I wanted to address them and tell them, look, my gifts are from my daddy. My daddy in Romans, it says, Romans chapter 8, it says, that I'm a joint heir with Christ. So wait a minute. Jesus is my brother? Yo, bro, wait a minute. Daddy's giving you this stuff? Daddy's going to give me this stuff too, because I'm a joint heir. Yes, and that's when my gifts really started flourishing, when I really started claiming them. So just know, pardon me, just know, you joint heir, your daddy's got your back.
I love this.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. So yeah, but I'm glad that whoever was modding that night, Mama Jane, thank you. I'm pretty sure Mama Jane. Got it. Yeah. Don't know why you showed up on recommended channels, but I'm glad it did. I'm thrilled that it did. Oh my God, my channel is getting recommended. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you.
Oh my gosh, Rosalind, you're like a big deal.
Oh my God. I'm up to 22 subs.
You're more than 22 subs.
No, yes, that's just making fun of me.
It's just being silly. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll find positiveness here, Rocky, and I hope it's okay if I'm calling you Rocky instead of this Rocky Bayou Mountain Man, because it gets to be, yeah. But if that's what you'd rather have me call you, just say something. Because, yeah.
Or if you have a name that you're thinking you feel.
Yeah, I'm Rosa Lang. I'm not Rosa. Although some people revert to that, and that's fine. I know they're usually talking about me. It's okay. Okay, thanks, Rocky. And that meowing, you guys. Yeah, Miss Abby is not happy. She's not happy.
Oh wow.
So, Keith, see,
I
another
saw him say
K-name.
that.
You're
no,
in. You were so in, Keith. You were in. You were
Yes,
in.
you said that earlier. You said that earlier. I saw
He
that.
did. He did. When we were talking about the K names.
What? What? No.
Everybody has J names in my family besides me.
I'm sorry, it's my cat. Yeah.
On my.
They're not my chosen family. They're not my chosen YouTube family.
Who we have here? Miss E. Thurman. Come on down. We need a camera, sweetie.
No. You don't want to see the camera.
I'm sorry, or an avatar. You could do your avatar later.
Okay.
But that's okay. I'm glad you're here. How are you?
I'm good.
Thanks for jumping up.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, so I get in my dark place, and that's also when I found your channel. And
oh, I'm so glad.
You know, it is so nice to be around people who are so positive and will lift you up no matter what you're going through. So I just want to say that I 100% appreciate this channel.
Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really glad you're here.
We appreciate you.
And you always have wonderful things to say in chat. So, yeah.
Well, sometimes I can be a hot mess. It happens.
And we're all learning.
Right.
So it's okay. Yeah, don't dox yourself, Rocky.
Yes. We all refuse to dox ourselves.
Yeah.
I'm mad at it.
I know you're totally.
I know, Jets Mom. But there are times I call out people's real names too, as I know them, as I learn them, and I'm getting better about that.
I caught someone tonight pause right before they said my name, like Jets Mom.
I have no idea, so I linked my YouTube to my Google account, and I was my first and last name for a long time, and I was like,
That was I.
Then I figured out what all that was. I didn't get anything hate, of course, because it's just me and I'm, a peon. But I was like, oh, that's probably not a good idea. So let me at least abbreviate it.
Right. Yeah. And that's okay because you live and learn. And that's the whole thing. Rosa Lang is a name that I go by in certain circles, and it is not my legal given name, but buy me a cup of coffee, you see my real name, and so what,
Yeah.
I am no longer connected with a lot of the negative channels that I was in the past. And if they really want to drag and find me and whatever, they won't come in my neighborhood. It is not a good neighborhood. They would not come here. So
I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired. As far as the
baloney.
The channels go in the let's go. I'm tired, and I'm like, you know what? I have too much work to do to even I turned off notifications and all that kind of stuff because I was like, I have too much to do. I have to focus on real life. It's not about this going back and forth, having time to go back and forth.
Right.
I just couldn't do it anymore.
It's so senseless.
It is. And it's wasted emotions because it's all over the internet. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to stop it. There are things you can do to help some situations, but even then, I'm like, this is wasted emotions.
Yes.
And I have to stop.
Exactly.
Because it's draining me. My job is already draining, and it's draining me even further. Something that should be just relaxing is draining me even further.
And you just have to know when to call it quits.
My issue isn't about people finding out about me. I have no problem with that. It would be strangers turning up at my house. That's why I don't want to be doxxed.
Yeah, I have no past. technically I work for the government where I live, so I really have no past. It's not that's not what bothers me. It's the jerks of the internet.
The big mean girls, right? The meanies.
I call them mean girls. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they might even be boys, but I call them mean girls.
Exactly. And
it reminds me of like high school. It just reminds me of the people in high school that just do mean things just to be mean.
And don't get me wrong, like I can be sarcastic and I can go back and forth. Like you don't survive my family unless you're sarcastic.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a time to have it on, and there's a time to not. There's a time to just have a civil conversation. And I can make jokes about a lot of stuff, and I do.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a time to turn it off. That's why I can't date someone who's like my exact person, is because if you're as sarcastic as I am, like eventually I get mad because you don't turn it off. And I'm like, there's a time and place, and right now is not that time or place. So.
Yeah, well, bully mentality is something, you know, that's what like I said, I've been praying about people. I'm praying for some of these bullies out there that are sitting there, you know, really spending all of their energy. And even though they may not even necessarily, you can kind of tell sometimes they don't even feel this way about that person. They're just doing it for views.
Right.
But you know, when I think about it, like even the maximum amount of money you can make for any of these people and these creators at certain points, even it's not worth that negative energy in your life, because it's always going to come back to you. It's always going to hit you either 10 times fold or 3 times fold, depending on what you're doing.
Yep.
And it's just going to make your life, it's not going to help you get on the right path for where you're supposed and where your God or the universe, whatever you call it, wants you to be. There's no point in being mean to people.
There really isn't.
If you're being personally attacked by somebody and you want to speak out against it, that by all means, of course. But you also realize every time you do that, it still comes back to you.
Speak out openly or publicly. There's a difference. You can have a private conversation with someone about how hurt you're feeling without going public about it. And I've had private conversations with Rosalind, and I've had private conversations with Margot, and I've had private conversations with Jet's mum. They're private conversations. They do not need to go public.
Right. And I just want to change subjects here for just a second, because Rocky's telling us a lot of wonderful information, and I don't want you to think we're ignoring you. I am seeing your information in the chat, and man, it must be beautiful. That's all I got to say. And nobody comes down your road. I get that. Nobody comes to my neighborhood. It's okay. And if it's somebody, and I have windows around, there's the walk that leads up to my door is only on one end, and I can see who's there before I open the door. And I have CCW, so I'm good, and I have it behind my back in case there's a stranger at the door. And I don't have any problems in this neighborhood, even though it's not the ideal place to be for a person of my age and gender, but I know my neighbors. Okay, some of my neighbors, the ones that live up the hill, got my back if something goes down, so it's okay. Fanta, go get in the shower.
And Margaret said that about her neighborhood.
Like that was a squirrel.
Where she lives is a very tight community, and she knows if anyone comes knocking on her door, they've got her back. My neighborhood, I don't really know my neighbours. I know them to say hello to. I don't think they'd have my back.
Right.
My workplace absolutely would.
Right.
My neighbourhood, not necessarily. So I don't want some stranger turning up at my door. And it can happen.
It doesn't happen here. It does not happen here. The one time, I'll take that back. The one time a gentleman came knocking at my door with a clipboard in his hand, I've got my hand at the back, just in case, and turn safety off. Pardon me. And I looked through the door, and before I even opened it, he says, "Hey, I'm so-and-so. I live at such and such, and I'm here because," he says, "I know the hood. It's okay." It's like, okay.
Bless you.
He saw me. He saw my stance and went, okay, no, lady, really, I'm good. And he was just looking for names on a petition. So for something to happen in the neighborhood. So that was good and very brave of him.
Yes. So we
But it
don't
was
have
good.
guns in the UK, of course, so we don't have that protection.
Your
I'm
police
glad
don't
we
even
don't
have
have the
guns.
I'm glad we
Yeah.
don't have the guns in the UK. I wouldn't want to live in a place where we had to have a gun to protect ourselves.
Do you have gun violence there? I've never looked up the statistics. I did
Knife-
look up
knife
Japan
because they don't have
for some
guns.
reason.
Knife violence is on the
It
rise.
really
but
sounds
not
nice,
gun
Rocky.
violence.
So even
Mama
the
Jane.
criminals don't.
It's
'Cause
different.
that's my thing.
Different
that's
type
my
of
thing.
criminals. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. More. Is it like more pickpocketers or scam artists
Yeah.
than violent crimes? I don't know. I've never been. I haven't looked at the statistics either. So
You know
as I
what was
said, knife violence is on the rise. So you've
I'm
got
sorry, say
the
it again.
wannabe gangsters that go
Oh.
around with little knives and that's on the rise. But no, not gun violence. I very rarely do you hear of anyone getting shot in the UK. Very rarely.
the
Well,
I
there
thought it
was
was
a
really
young
interesting in
man
Australia.
shot.
Oh. Go ahead. No, you please go ahead.
There was a young man shot in the town next to me 3 months ago.
Oh
And I was
my.
shocked because we are such a small wee town, you know. It's not a big city. It's not. It's just a wee coastal town. But the crime is everywhere. It is everywhere. There's nowhere you can go and there won't be
The
some
world's
sort of
gone
crime.
mad.
You
But
just have to.
it's very rare that you hear of like guns.
Oh, that's.
being
I
done.
was
Very
shocked.
rare.
Very, very shocked. But 2 summers ago, before all this happened, so it would have been 2 summers ago, and Wimbledon was on the television,
Yeah.
and my neighbour was out in the front street having a fight with a machete, and I was
Oh
like,
my goodness.
okay, I'm just going to go back and watch the tennis. I'm not even looking. So it's a bit scary. It doesn't matter where you live. I think anybody is capable of
Yes.
that.
And there's, you were saying that it's been so long since, and you never heard gunshots. It's
Yeah.
rare that I don't fall asleep and hear a gunshot somewhere
Yeah.
Oh,
because it's that kind of neighborhood. I mean, where I am particularly is like a little cove, a little housing association. No,
are they
co-op.
yes,
more
co-op.
hunting kind of thing, or are they like violent gunshots?
Oh, it is not
I know
hunting.
you can't tell that it's not
It's
hunting.
not. It is not hunting
Okay.
or
Well,
animals
because
or
in
food.
some areas you can tell that, hey, that's hunting, and
Oh,
some,
no.
depending on the area, I just wanted to make clear that it's not that
No,
you
it's
can tell the difference in the shot. It's the difference in the area.
the co-op in which to which I belong is like this little haven in the middle of the part where the city becomes super industrial and super poor. So it's where they come to dump things they want to get rid of.
Nice.
But again, this little haven of a co-op is kind of protected, and especially since I moved in, I put the glass bubble and did all the things,
Yes.
But it's to drive through after dark would not be safe for me.
Well,
in my
nothing
soccer
good
mom van.
happens. Sorry, that was Mr. Jet's mom sneezing.
Hi,
But
Jared.
nothing good happens after 11 p.m. anyways, anywhere. And you might be saying it might be like half the year.
Right.
You're talking like 7 p.m.
Yep.
Yeah.
As soon as it gets dark.
Yeah,
well, I'm glad you find some of our intellect okay.
Can I just say?
Because we do like talking about female body parts a lot.
We talk about all kinds of body parts. We just usually do it on Hen's Live.
On my live, yeah. and on Jet's Mum's lives.
Yeah.
I
like to
if
sing
you
to
like
you.
the giggles, pop over to my channel at some point. We just giggle. Full giggle fest on my channel.
So will you get another free month at the top of the month next month?
What, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Why
Oh, yeah,
not?
sorry, yeah, 28th, from the 28th.
I'm
Okay.
like, why not? Why not?
I know,
Yeah,
it's
but
March.
I might invest.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
could be a host. I've never ever done a live in my life, and I would
Yes.
love to do one. And
Look at you.
that way we
Look
can
at you.
split
Oh
the
my
hours
gosh.
more as well, so
Yeah.
everybody can still talk, and we've got an extra 20
See?
hours.
That would be
I'm kind
great.
of afraid I got drunk and I already purchased it.
I need Margot. I need
drunk
Margot to get a mic like Rosalind because I can listen to her
Yes.
for hours.
Well,
I
that's
have-
just
I'm
because
telling
this
you, I
mic is
love
incredible. I've
Yes.
started posting
Well,
what
but
kind
I-
of mic this is
I love
'Cause-
her accent.
Yes.
because I love
Like
doing the
her,
ASMR.
like everything she says, it just kind of makes me tingly because of her
I do
accent.
too.
Like I love it.
Oh, thank
No,
you.
we all talk about this
Thurman,
like a lot.
that's so lovely.
A lot. Anytime she's in
This
chat,
I love
she's
all
it's
your
just
so
accents.
lovely.
I love
It's the
them.
so
first
lovely.
time I've heard her live, and I'm like,
Making a wish.
I like it.
And who's live? Margot's?
She hasn't done it yet. We're gonna support her
Yeah,
though.
Thurman,
No,
who
No, first
This is
time
the-
heard on a live. It's the first time.
This is the
Yeah.
first time I've heard her on a live.
Yes,
I've
Yeah.
seen her in chats, and I was like, ooh,
don't you love her
Yeah,
I heard
voice?
you.
She's so
Got a
wonderful.
beautiful voice.
Yeah.
I do like
So
because
gentle.
I'm kind of jumping in at the deep end here. A
Yeah,
fortnight
look at
ago,
you.
I was talking behind the screen, and I was like, "Oh no, let's just do this now."
Kat, I'm just seeing this, by the way.
Pseudo tag.
That's my mic.
Pseudo tag.
This is the wonderful mic that I can have the voice of God.
I mean,
Pseudo
The voice of
Totally.
God. Yes,
The
ma'am.
voice
you
of the
could do
God.
ASMR. We all know that.
I know. I
I'd
love
be
it.
like,
I'm
if you
sorry.
did one of those, listen to the rain. Here's the rain in the background. Like,
Oh, you guys, I
I
found
would
some.
just snooze.
I know.
For
I
sure.
have some. Oh gosh, where is it? I have found some. Okay, the word is meditations. So they're like 5-10 minutes because I timed them. I just don't remember where I put them, so I'll have to work on finding them. Live stream stuff, maybe there. Yeah, so I'm going to try, and like I said earlier in the chat, I'm going to try and just do these 5-10 minute, maybe 15-minute meditations and leave them up in Discord. So anybody, anytime you want to just breathe, focus on your breath, sit comfortably in a chair, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. And it'll be kind of like that. So
I'm gonna do that when I go to bed because I
Good.
can't.
Good.
yeah,
Like I
Well,
have to take medicine to go to sleep because I can't shut my brain off.
yeah,
Yes.
you're not alone.
I
You're not
can't.
alone.
It's all I think about is work, right? So
That sucks.
what I do is, especially when I'm on call, I don't even take them when I'm on call because I'm too afraid that I'll get into a deep sleep. And if I don't hear a certain type of message on my phone, then it rolls to my backup, then it rolls to my manager, and it's just
Oh, that's not good.
So-
yeah,
well, no, I work in healthcare IT, so
yeah, I get it.
it's like you have to be available.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
so that has given me really bad sleep patterns.
Sleep.
Yeah,
That on top of the stress from work, because I'm the only one on my team that does what I do. So I have no backup. I have no, like, I'm taking a week off at the end of this month, and I'm like, I don't know what's gonna, like, these are all of here's the 15 projects that I'm on.
Mm.
Here are the statuses, and I'm still going to get called on my PTO and have to work. So I have to take my laptop everywhere. So I don't ever get to just shut off.
Just relax. Just to shut
I-
down for a little
yeah,
while.
I don't
Yeah.
get that.
Mm.
I don't get that.
So
So-
it's anxiety then. So it feels just like you're constantly on go. Is it more of exhaustion or is it anxiety?
It's all of the
Both.
above. It is
Uh-uh.
anxious. It is anxiety. It is.
Stress.
I'm trying to figure, like, I actually get my best solutions when I've stayed up and I'm not on my laptop, but I've stayed up and I think about the problem and then I'm like, oh, that's what it is. And then I can go to sleep. but I'm a problem solver by nature. That's why I'm good at what I do. Like, I don't have a college degree. I don't have anything. I just kind of fell into my job. Like, I'm just cool, good at what I do. But I don't stop thinking about it.
But work?
Ever.
Okay, so when I was in my 20s and 30s, for the most part, I was running jobs, and I was the same way. And I'll tell you what's funny is certain people are built for that. Like, you can actually, like, most people can't do that. If whatever you're doing there might be an actual talent within you. So learning how to set boundaries when it comes to work, and we're talking emotional boundaries. We're also talking about, for me, for example, I was my own business. I'd be on call constantly, right? It's my business, it's my baby, but it's not your baby if you're working for somebody. And it took me a long time to figure that one out, that's not my baby. These are
You're putting all this effort into,
and then I'm going to go ground myself. Yeah. First thing when I get home, I'm going to ground myself. I'm going to, do a relaxation technique. I mean, for me, it's like hugging a tree because I'm a weirdo. But
hang on. Rocky, you have a good night. I'm glad you found us. I'm 5:30 a.m., so I understand. And I'm glad you found us, and we look forward to seeing you again. Everybody say good night to Rocky.
Good night, Rocky.
Good night, Rocky. Sweet dreams.
That was wonderful. Good night, Rocky. Come back. I have 2 other lives besides this one right before. Thank you for mentioning it, Canine Rescue. Rocky, if you're still here, I still do Tuesdays is Tarot Tuesday, Sunday, and that's at 7:30 evening, Tuesdays, and Sunday at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. These are Central Standard Times. I do at least a half hour, and it's usually a lot of ASMR, voice and calm and slow down for Sundays. So
hey, Hen, can you post mine too?
I've done yours.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Hen is on top of it, posting links left and right. Thank you.
Look at you. For a positive evening after Jet's mum's channel. There you go.
Mama Jane will be right here for you. Yep. Posting things. Yay.
We jokers.
And I'm not going to post the links on the screen because you guys see them in chat and can get them better from there.
I am so sorry I cut you off, Rosalie. I totally apologize. My phone was on mute. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was behind you.
All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. We're all good. K, we're good.
I'm gonna have to go because it's now 4:20 in the morning and I have to work.
It is, and I can see the light. And you're working. Oh my.
Yeah, but I don't start till 12:30, so I still got time. But I did start running a bath before I came on here.
Oh
it's
no!
I turned the tap off.
Oh, that's.
But I do still want to get in it before I go to sleep.
And thank you so much for coming on the panel. It's always a joy to have you here, and I look forward to us doing this again real soon. Okay.
Thank you for having me. Good night, everyone.
I'll see you
soon. Good night.
It's good to see you again. Not.
Bye-bye.
Good night. And I should be thinking about getting off too because it's almost 10:30. It's 20 past. So yeah, I have to, like Rocky said, he's getting up at 5. I get up at 5:30 and start my day and leave for work by 7. So yeah, I need to think about doing that too. And obviously Miss Abby knows this and has been telling me for the past hour.
Go to bed.
You guys can hear her. She's quiet now.
Go to bed.
E. Thurman, are you part of Discord on
any of the Discords?
Are you on Discord?
Oh, she's lost.
She's left the chat panel, but she might still be
in the chat.
She is.
And E. Thurman, if you're under another name in my Discord, just make yourself known, and we'll make sure you get in touch with everybody as well. Okay. Oh, somebody's popping back in here. She is.
It was me. I'm sorry. Stupid buttons.
Well, I'm looking to get off the panel here within the next 10 minutes. But we wanted to know, are you in anybody's Discord at this point?
I'm in your Discord. I'm in Locumized Discord.
Okay, good. Okay, so
Yes.
just kind of introduce yourself again in those discords, because I don't have you under E Thurman, and do not
Right.
say
I
what I
changed.
have you under here. Do not
Yeah.
say it out loud.
You
Oh
have
yeah, you
me.
are. Yeah, you
In
are.
there.
It's E
Well,
Thurman.
I changed. So my YouTube
Okay.
name is one thing. My Discord name has always been E Thurman, but it's
Okay.
lowercase.
Okay, I see you. Excellent. So yeah, she's in there. Excellent. Alrighty then. Well, E Thurman, thank you for coming back on panel. And I thank you for getting up here and speaking. This was wonderful. Thank you so much for doing that. And we will see you again very soon, okay? Jet's mom,
Oh,
Margot, thank you
Yeah.
guys for
Thank
coming on
you.
panel.
Love
It's
you.
always a joy to have you guys here, and I love
Thank
you
you
too.
so much.
Love
Hey,
you both.
Margot,
Such a lovely time.
I'm so glad to be getting to know you better, Margot.
Me
I
too.
really
I
am.
love getting to know you. It's so lovely. Yes.
Yes. Well, you have a wonderful evening, morning, day, whatever it is for you.
I'm
And we'll
going
see
to
you
go
in a
out
chat.
in the
Are
garden.
you?
It's light. It's light enough. I'm going to go in the
Sweet.
garden.
Sweet.
Aw,
You have a lovely
Excellent.
sleep.
You too, sweetie.
You too.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Night, Margot. Awesome. You guys, thank you again for spending your evening with me. I know I say this every time, but I know there's so many other channels out there, and you chose that you could have chosen, and you chose to be here with me and these lovely people in this community that we're building. And I want to remind, oh God, I so want to remind you that you matter, that we care. And if you're not in the Discord of anyone that was here on panel, find them. Become part of that community as well. And let us all flourish together. You guys, have a great evening. Know that I love you all. And you take care. Bye.